in 2022, I had been investing in single-family homes and flip properties. I am now a passive investor in almost 500 doors.
I was doing, like single units, fourplexes, maybe an eightplex here, and I've actually closed on a 50-unit deal, almost an $8 million deal.
Before I met Grant Cardone, I had about 12 Airbnbs doing about $20,000 a month. Time to right now, I went from 12 units to 800 units. I've tripled my income and I've more than doubled my net worth.
Prior to 10X, I was a licensed hairstylist, $30,000 a year. Now I'm a full-time real estate investor. I make $50,000 to $100,000 a month.
We went from one property to...
Hey guys, welcome. Great to have you here. Grant Cardone at our real estate live training. Over 60,000 people, is that the right number?
60,000.
Have registered for this event, so it's so good to have so many people looking at real estate right now. We're in a corrective mode. Prices are coming down, interest rates are coming down. Fannie Mae is providing unbelievable opportunities for first-time buyers to literally purchase real estate with 5% down, literally on a $200,000 project. You could buy that deal with $10,000. Donald Trump's in office. That's going to be phenomenal in January. The real estate second king, to me that is coming into the game. He's very, very pro-real estate. We think there's going to be depreciation and tax advantages that will be passed into law in January, on January 21st. We got a great next 90 minutes is going to be phenomenal for everybody that's joining in. Real quick for me, in the chat, put what city you are in right now, city that you're coming into, and let me know, Jared, when we have the room loaded up, because we did start a little early today. Early is on time.
We want to do two things right now, by the way.
Jared Glant, president of Cardone Training Technologies, our education business. We have an education business. This is part of our education, is to provide practitioner educational content, democratize the data that we have so you guys can go out and get rich. Jared?
Yeah, so I was just going to say we want to do two things right now. So number one, drop where you're coming in from today.
Yeah, let's just do that first piece.
Yep.
Houston, Weston, Shaker Heights, Atlanta.
Minnesota, Pennsylvania.
Orlando,
Chicago.
New York, Clearwater.
Tempe.
Okay, these are great markets, by the way. All these markets, New Concord, Ohio.
Alexandria.
Dayton, Ohio.
Greenville, Texas.
Everett, Washington.
Stewart, Virginia.
New Orleans, Louisiana.
Jacksonville, Florida.
Berkeley Springs, West Virginia.
Texas.
New Jersey's in the house. By the way, stop. Them drones ain't paying no rent over there in New Jersey. Y'all need to shoot those out of the sky. New York, Orlando, Fayetteville.
Ruston, Florida, Woodbridge, New Jersey,
Minnesota,
and Moscow, Idaho.
Minnesota, Denver, and Sylvia, Essex is in the house.
Portugal, Lead, and Bangor.
My God, we got Atlanta, Pompano Beach, and Gilroy, California. By the way, let's make California, California again.
There you go. Burlington, Louisiana, New York.
Yeah, we got Kearney, Nebraska. We got Michigan. We got Loveland, Colorado. We got New Jersey saying hi, Grant Cardone. And we got Houston, Texas. I'll be there tomorrow.
Scottsdale, Northwest Arkansas, and upstate New York.
Basically, we have the whole country representing here.
I would assume.
Singapore. I see Singapore in the house. Dubai's in the house.
Slovakia.
Abu Dhabi, Slovakia.
We got
international people.
International representation here.
So look,
Scotland.
Scotland's in the house. Okay, not good for our boy Connor, who was going to run for president.
UK.
Doesn't look like he'd be running for president anymore. Okay, Cleveland, Ohio. All these markets, by the way, folks, I have studied over the last 30 years that I've been buying real estate. If you don't know who I am and you just got here, my name's Grant Cardone. I've written 8 books on business. We have a portfolio, a real estate portfolio of 15,000 units. I've been buying real estate quietly for 35 years. Got pretty noisy about it in the last 5 or 6 years. I started with no money, no credit, literally no job, no knowledge. The only thing I had going for me was a commitment. I was committed to buying real estate. I've watched people my entire life create average, everyday people.
Fourplexes, maybe.
What was that?
It was our X stream. The audio was on, so when I cut to it, it just lit up.
What's wrong with it? That's Johnny, the camera guy, by the way. Johnny's been watching me buy real estate for how many years now, Johnny?
10 years.
You've been watching me get rich for 7 years, sitting on the bleachers, watching me.
10 years, but yeah.
So we have bought, I mean, just this year, we bought $400 million worth of real estate. Now, that's a mind-staggering number. Like, I would have never thought when I was 25 years old that I would ever buy that much real estate, much less in 1 year. So I am the perfect example that anyone can do this, okay? What I'm gonna be sharing with you today, folks, is not just for rich people. It is not for the super wealthy. It is not just for, it is how people have gotten super wealthy, okay? This is the vehicle, the perfect vehicle and the perfect time for you to learn the real estate game so you too can own part of this dream of passive income, long-term appreciation, big-time tax write-offs, okay? Protect your capital. If you're a hard worker, you're working your ass off, you're earning money. What happens is you earn money, okay? You earn money, oops, that's fine. You earn money, no matter where you live, you earn money. And then what? Okay, most people know how to earn money. Most people know how to get the money. So you get, let's say you get $80,000 in a year doing whatever your hustle is. If you live in New York, New Jersey, California, Connecticut, Massachusetts, Illinois, they're going to take $40,000 of this money from the government. The government's going to grab $40,000 of that before you spend a penny, by the way. Your first taxes will be federal and state taxes. You end up with 40. Now you go spend this, they tax all this too. So if you spend it, give it away. If you leave it in the bank, they tax it. If you spend it, they tax it. If you invest it, they tax it. But there are some investment vehicles, like if you invest in real estate, you're actually going to get some of that money that you gave to the IRS from your earned income back. I'm going to show you how to do that today. I'm going to show you what to buy, when to buy, how to figure out what it's worth, how to negotiate the deal, and I'm going to do all this in 90 minutes. Now, I'm going to be talking fast over the next 90 minutes, so you're going to be like, oh my God, the guy talks so fast I can't follow him. It must be a scam. This is not a scam, okay? This is real estate.
How long have you been buying real estate?
35 years, okay? Since I was 28 years old, 28, 36, 38 years.
And more real estates have been created. More millionaires have been created by real estate than any other single investment or asset class in history.
Maybe tech. Tech and real estate have probably created the most millionaires. Tech, real estate, and possibly oil and gas, okay? So somewhere in that lineup. Now, you guys are not going to do tech, okay? It is easier to buy real estate than it is to write code.
That's a fact. Or like, pick the next unicorn.
Even if you can write code, you still got to get to Silicon Valley to get the investors. Because if you're doing tech, you're going to lose money for maybe 8 or 10 years. Real estate, I can buy real estate today and make money next month. Let's say in the movie industry, you're going to write a movie and become a millionaire. Okay, great. Dude, the chance of you writing a movie that hits, like negligent. You're going to become the next Michael Jordan. Not even a possibility, will never happen. You becoming a doctor and making $1 million a year. Impossible. Okay, you'd have a better chance of becoming Michael Jordan, by the way, than becoming a doctor and making $1 million, because doctors don't actually make any money anymore. Doctors want to invest in real estate. Michael Jordan invested in real estate. Ball players, the movie industry, all these people, the tech guys up in Silicon Valley actually want to get their money out of tech and get it into real estate. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that today. Now, this is what I want you to do now, which is what Jared was getting to a few minutes ago. I want you to put down in the chat, what is it that you want to accomplish in the next 89 minutes? 89 minutes. What do you want to accomplish? Throw it in the chat. What did you come here to get, okay? Let's see, the chat. I need to get your opinion on a deal. Okay, well, you should join our club.
Yeah.
That's what we do in our club. We have a club that's, I'm not here to pitch the club today. I'm here to give you guys information. Anybody that wants to do something with us later, that's great. But we meet once a week in our club just to look at deals, to analyze deals, to underwrite deals, and, check this out, raise money for deals. Last year, we raised $600 million in that club. I'm not talking about my deals. I'm talking about other people's deals. I need a team to work with, says Keith. Keith, everybody in real estate has a team. Okay, I'll show you how to create a team today without spending money.
Isaiah Manzo says, I want to learn how to buy my first property within the next 60 days.
Giovanni, great. We can do that. 60 days, not even a problem. I can have you a deal under contract by January 15th.
Dev says, I want to learn how to get a property without my own money.
Good, I can show you how to do a deal with no money. Giovanni says, I want my money to make money. Okay, Giovanni, I'm going to show you how to grow your money at 15% minimum, 15% a year, 105% over 7 years, and not pay taxes. Okay, this is from Murali, how to save taxes on real estate investing. Okay, I'm going to show you. I bought this year. We have just under $160 million in tax write-offs for our investors, and we didn't lose any money. It looks like a loss, but it's not. It's just a paper loss.
Vanessa wants to know if it's possible to be able to purchase her first property as a single mom of 3.
Yeah. If you have $5,000, it is. And by the way, if you don't have $5,000, I can show you how to get $5,000 from about 50 different places.
Yep. San Diego, California says, I want to know how to get other people's money.
I can't see these anymore because they're not rolling. I want to know how to invest in real estate safely.
Click on the 43 messages, guys. Get to the bottom.
Guys, this is good right now.
Okay.
I have never lost money in a real estate deal. As long as you have time, I'll show you the model today. As long as you have enough time and you don't over leverage, okay, you will never lose money on a real estate deal as long as you do those two things.
And what he means by that is that if you look at the real estate values, specifically like in Florida, in the Southeast, real estate has doubled in value every 10 years. Real estate has doubled in value every 10 years for the last 40 years.
Because rents continue to go up. Since 1945, rents have gone up, okay? So somebody says, I want to become real estate literate. Okay, this is a dictionary that I created, Dictionary of Multifamily Real Estate Terms. This is what we're going to be talking about today. If you don't own this book, you need to get this book. Okay, how to use this dictionary. What is assignment of lease? What is a shared office space? What is a short sale, a default, deferred maintenance, demand deposits, demising walls, density, like NOI, GPR, operating statement, option agreement, option to review, option partner, National Association of Realtors, NAR. What's hard costs, hard money loans, hard leases? Why are we so tight, guys? What is that shot? Okay.
Yeah.
God damn, I'm looking good. Okay? But it's a little tight. Gross lease, gross operating income, GPI, GPR. Like, you guys need to become financially literate. Now, let me just say this. Real estate is the simplest thing you will learn in your lifetime. Give me 90 days, and I guarantee you'll be a real estate expert. You'll know when to buy, what to buy, how to underwrite it. We're going to show you some tools today that I use. I'm literally going to take a 38-year career and condense it into 90 minutes and tell you everything you need to know in real estate in the next 90 minutes. Ideally, we would spend a couple days doing this. You would spend like 8 hours with me, and I would spend 2 days with you, about 8 hours. It would be interactive. You would stay in your home, sit in your house, and I would do this over like 4 or 5 hours a day over 2 days. But what I'm going to do is give you guys everything you need in 90 minutes. And for those of you who are geniuses and you're freaking Elons and you're, what do they call really super smart people? Savants?
Yeah, savants.
And you have a photographic memory like my daughter, okay? Then you can just take all this information today and go out and build your $5 billion empire. I say $5 billion because that's what we now own. Almost $5 billion worth of real estate that I've accumulated, and I started with no money. None, zero, no credit, no money. My first deal was done with no money. My second deal with no money. My third deal took $350,000, and I got that money from my first 2 deals. So I literally built a real estate portfolio with no money. Sounds too good to be true? I know it does. I'm proof, okay? I can show you the addresses. I can show you the real estate. I can show you the financial statements. I'll show you the deals. I just need a rounded up number. I don't need the is it 400 or?
Well, it's made up if it's.
Yeah, I know, but I believe you.
Okay,
I believe you. Just, and then if you don't need to change it by 10, like I don't need.
Oh yeah, okay, all right.
So Jared's giving me code over here. He's got code going on. So we're so happy to have you guys here, people from all over the country. Whether Walter says, will we have access to this at a later time? No, you need to pay attention right now. Do you buy with trust? You don't need to buy with the trust. You could, but you don't need to. Okay, Dennis says, I want to get 100 units in 2025. Now, Dennis has the best goal of anybody here. The rest of you here to learn something. Dennis, I trust more than everybody else because Dennis says, bro, I want 100 units in 2025. That's what you should be thinking about, Dennis, okay? By the way, if Dennis would get 100 units, look, watch this. Can you go to my computer? If Dennis could get 100 units in 2025, and I can show him how to find the right 100 units. I'm going to show you this little calculator that we use. If we only increased the rents $80 and we only had 90% occupancy, and it was a 7 cap piece of real estate, if we had 100 units and we could raise the rents only $80, okay, does that sound reasonable? $80. The rents go from $1,200 to $1,280. Would anybody like kill you about that? I go to the tenant. I'm like, look, the rents are going to go from $1,200. They're going to go to, I'm adding $80 a month. Okay, we don't want to kill you. We really did want to raise them $300, but we're only going to raise them $80 because we love everybody here. Thank you. And that would make Dennis this one deal. Okay, his profit on this one deal would be $1,234,000. One deal, if we could just do that for Dennis in 2025. Now, the question is, where does he find the deal? I'm going to show you guys exactly the model that you're looking for. Real estate is a puzzle. Real estate is not. You need the terminology. You need the terminology only because you're going to be communicating with people that help you with your puzzle, okay? I'm going to draw a little puzzle here. This is going to be kind of, oops, okay? And the puzzle's like this, okay? Does this look like a puzzle, Sabrina? My daughter's in the house.
Yeah, it looks good enough.
Okay, and there's this parts of the puzzle, okay, and puzzle. The puzzle is the deal, the price, the down payment, the cash flow, okay, the debt, okay, and the location, and the potential. This is really all the parts of a real estate deal, okay? I just need to find the right pieces to put together. This is not like you look at a map and you're like, there's real estate, there's offices and apartments and single family homes and duplexes and fourplexes. That's not the way you should start. You just need to understand the fewer pieces in the puzzle, and the bigger the pieces of the puzzle are, the easier a puzzle is to put together, okay? And let me just say this, let me see if I can find a puzzle online.
And Grant was just going through some math. I want to just let you guys know that today Grant's going to show you how to find a deal that you can make $1 million profit on. These deals are everywhere too, and it's a simple math equation that we'll go over in a few minutes here, where you can actually go in and before you do anything on the deal, you will know exactly what you need to do in order to make $1 million on your first deal. And one of the things that Grant always says is you should be looking for a deal that when you buy it, you know that you're going to make at least $1 million in profit on it. That should be the qualifier. We're going to go over a whole list today also of qualifiers of like the things you need to check off when you're going to be investing in a deal. Grant's going to go over all the different ways that you can make money on real estate deals. He's going to give you his checklist of why specific types of real estate is better than others. So we're going to cover a ton of information today in a very short period of time.
Okay, my point on the puzzle thing is I'm not quite getting what I want here, but that 8-piece puzzle is going to be easier than an 8,000-piece puzzle, right? You know, now to make an 8,000-piece puzzle easier, you're going to go to the cover on the box. The box tells you what to do, right? It tells you, oh, this is where the colors go. This is what you're looking for. That's what we're going to do with real estate today. We're going to simplify it for you. David says, 1 million in what period of time? If I could find, David, somebody said they wanted to find a 100-unit deal this year, okay? I'm going to go find a deal, 100 units, where I can raise the rents $80 this year, and that will mean I make $1,234,000 of profit on that deal in 1 year. It's basic math, okay? This is a calculator that I use. And it says if I have 100 units and I raise the rents $80, so I need to find 100 units. The gentleman said, I want to buy 100 units this year. Good. Now you could buy 10 units, or you could buy 100 units. Okay, and you're like, easier to find 100 units, one deal, do one deal this year with 100 units than it would be to do 10 individual deals at 10 units. You guys don't believe that right now, because right now you're looking at single family homes. You'd have to do 100 single family homes. What I'm going to do today, I can do one deal, 100 units. I could do 10 deals at 10 units. I could do 100 single family homes one time. Which one of these is going to be easier to do? Number one, number two, number three. Easier to do one deal with 100 units. Oh yeah, but I don't have the money. I don't know where the deals are. I don't have the credit. This is not true. Okay, it is easier to get a loan on one 100 unit deal than it is to get a loan on one single family. Now, if you don't believe that, it's because you haven't been taught how to do that. And the reason you haven't been taught how to do that is because the banks want you to buy single family homes. They want you to own a home, and they want you to be a slave to one address.
You know, the other thing too is
New York Life, MetLife, the big banks, the institutions, they own the 100 unit complexes. They do not own the single family home. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, you guys got to think about this math he's going over too. Like, if you're buying single family homes, each deal is an individual transaction. Each deal has
100 titles,
yep,
100 escrows, 100 closings, 100 mortgages, 100 appraisals. I'm going to do one appraisal for the gentleman that wants 100 units this year. I'm going to do one appraisal, one loan, one escrow, one title, one time, one appraisal, one legal, one document, one time. I just got to find one deal. Now, what credentials do you need? You need less credit. You need no job. Okay? You guys just don't know this. Why? Because the banks don't tell you how to do this. Your mommy and daddy didn't tell you how to do this. Your uncle didn't tell you how to do this. Why? Because people are out buying single family homes rather than buying 100 units that'll cash flow. If I increase the rents on this deal, one location, one manager, one address, I drive to one property rather than 100. See, my uncle was buying real estate when I was a kid. He ends up with about 100 units, 80-something units. It took him 50 years to build it. My third deal was 32 units. I bought one property and had 35 units, 48 units. I had 48 units. I had half of my uncle's portfolio, and I'd only been investing in real estate seriously for 3 months. And I showed it to my uncle. I'm like, I just bought one deal with 48 units. My second deal was 38 units. I had 82 units in 4 months. Within 5 months, I did 48, 38, and then my next deal was 92. So whatever that number is. 92, 38, 48. It's 140 plus the 38, 178 units. I had more property in 1 year than my uncle had accumulated in 50 years. And he's like, man, I wish I knew what you knew. I said, bro, you didn't, there you go. Perfect, that's the puzzle. Okay, it's a perfect round. It's a little too simple. But that's actually what we're gonna do today. We're gonna show you the criteria that's important to a deal. Where do you find the deal? Where's the location? Does it cash flow? What's the price I can pay? What's the loan I can get? Now, for those of you who think you're like, I have bad credit, I have great hope for you. I have great news for you today. You do not need credit to buy this deal. Okay, I'm going to show you how to actually do that. I'm going to show you some changes in the law that are coming in right now. So again, I just want to welcome everybody here. This is Real Estate Investing Made Simple. We're going to show you why this is the year that you want to be here. Grab a legal pad, take notes, get ready. You're about to get 2 days of information in
80 minutes.
Yeah, in 80 minutes. I'm not going to keep you here all day. I promise you I'm going to get in and out as fast as possible. Last thing I want you to ask in the chat is, are you serious about investing in real estate? If you're serious, and then on what scale? From 0 to 100, how serious are you? 100 serious, 80 serious. No, don't lie. Come on, man. Y'all ain't serious. Look at all these people say I'm serious. Y'all ain't that serious. 75 serious. There you go. I trust that guy. Because you got a family. You got family, kids, a job. Okay, just remember you got a bunch of other stuff. How serious are you? How much time are you going to make for this? Because if you guys make the time for this, if you make the commitment to this, okay, I'm telling you, I don't want anything from you. I'll show you how to get rich in real estate. There's $2.7 trillion. You're like, why are you doing this? Okay, I own 15,000 units today that we control. We have $4.8 billion worth of real estate. You're like, okay, you got all this stuff. Why are you doing this? Okay, I don't need to do this. I do need to do this. I do need to do what I'm doing today. Okay, why do I need to do this? Not because I have that, because I want to help people. And it feels good to help people. Okay, I believe the number one most important thing people can do in their lives is service other people. Okay, I did this for me and our investors. I want to service other people. So I'm going to take 90 minutes today and I'm going to spend some time with you and show you how I did this and how you can do it too. Okay, so just so you understand, next year we will probably buy 5,000 more units. At the end of the year, I'm going to have 20,000. There is 45 million apartments in America. I'm going to buy 5,000 of them next year, and there's still going to be 44,995,000 available for somebody to buy. So me buying 5,000 and showing you how to buy 50,000 doesn't stop anybody from doing anything. I've done all this business that I've done it without big banks, without institutions, without big partners, without sovereign funds, without pension funds, without kissing the ring, taking a knee. I've done it with regular, everyday people. I'm a regular person. I came from nothing, grew up in the bayous of Louisiana. My dad died when I was 10 years old, raised by a single mom, no credit, no money, and I built this entire portfolio. Why am I doing this? Because I want to be a service to other human beings. When I go to sleep at night, I'm like, I help other people. That's what I do. Most important thing a human being can do in life, folks, is to help other people consistently. I'm not talking about tipping a bellman $50 or helping a homeless person $50. Yeah, that's cool. I'm talking about helping people every day. Because you're good at something, I believe it's my obligation. If I get good at something, my obligation is to share it with other people and help them get good or great or better than I am. Okay? So, yeah, I understand.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, I just want to show you this, okay? The 15,000 units that we own, if I raise those rents $10, okay, pull a calculator out. Okay, I just want to show you the power of real estate. Just $10 times $10 times 12. Okay, that is $1.8 million in new revenue. And I want you to divide that number by 0.05. $10 would make me and my investors, $10 would make us $36 million. Every time I raise the rents, $10, me and my investors make another $36 million. If I raise if I can do that every year for 10 years, we make $360 million. If I could do that in 10 months, we would make $360 million. Now, some of you would agree, I think, that the rents are going to go up $10. Why? Even if I don't do anything, they're going to go up $10. Could they go up $10 every month?
Yeah.
$120 in a year? I could make $360 million in 1 year. Okay? What makes this work? I need the units. Okay? The 15,000 units. The most important number, if you're taking notes, for those who have taken notes, the single most important metric in real estate is the number of units. Okay? Now, everybody in the chat is saying right now, the reason those rents are going to go up is because of this thing called inflation. Inflation is what makes rents go up. You understand? Printing money is what makes rents go up. If I go back to 1945, okay, let me just go rents, and I'm just going to use America today, but this is the case all over the world. Rents in America since for 75 years. Graph. Okay. The other beautiful thing I love about real estate is that all this data is so available. Okay, look at the rents in this country. Find a graph where they went down. Let me see. Can we open this up to just this one? Let's see. Look at that. 1940. Rents were $27 in 1940. Okay? $27 in 1940. Guess what? Everybody was complaining. I got damn rents are killing me. 27 bucks. Okay, in 1950 they were $42. In 1971 they were $71. They had gone up 4 times in 2 decades. Look at this. This is very, very important, you guys, because if you're going to make for those of you I said, how committed are you to real estate? And you're like 100. I'm like, you can't be 100 because you don't have the data.
Could you zoom in on that graph a little bit?
Yeah.
A little bigger.
Oops.
There you go.
Okay. And I'm telling you, these aren't even up to date. The average rent in America is $1,800 today. They're not $1,397. Okay, you got 243 from 1970 to 1980. The rents doubled. From 1980 to 1990, they doubled again. From 1990 to 2000, they went from 447 to 600. From 2000 to 2010, they went to 855. Notice that they're leveling off right here, okay? Right here, this number is not correct. I'm telling you right now, the average rent in America is $1,800. It would be a straight up vertical hockey stick. Why? From here, from 2020, right here, $1,000, this graph should look like this. The $1,000 mark, they're gonna go to $1,800. That's what they are today, okay? It's gonna go from $1,000 in 4 years. In 4 years, is that right? Or did I go back to 2000? No, 2000. Let's say this is 2000, okay? In 24 years, 24-year cycle, they went from 1,000 to 1,800. That's, what is that, 80% increase?
From 2000.
180% increase, right? Okay, wow. What happened here? 2000, 2010, let's say we're 2024 right now. What happened in these 14 years? This country printed $14 trillion. Okay, $14 trillion. These rents are not going to stop, folks. These rents in 2032 could be $3,000. So if the rents do this, if they keep doing this, 1,000, 1,800, how many of you think in 10 years rents in America will be $3,000, double what they are right now? Just throw it in the chat, because they almost doubled in the last 4 years. Why? Why is it being doubled? Because we're having to print more money. We print money. When we print money, prices of other things go up because the value of dollars go down. So this goes up, okay, while the value, the purchasing power of a dollar goes down. This explains, this is rent, these are prices, this is inflation. This goes up as we print money. The more money you print, okay, the more this goes up. So if you believe that we're going to continue to print, rents go up, prices go up, inflation goes up, and nobody can stop it no matter what they say. All right? Now, while the price of many things goes up, the price of technology is going down. But some things can't go down. I was telling Jared before we started this, I'm like, you're not going to want to be in technology in the future. Mm-hmm. Okay? You're not going to want to be in it because it's going to get cheaper and cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. Look what plasma TVs have done over the last 20 years.
You remember when they first came out there?
$7,000,
yeah.
$8,000. You can buy that same TV for $200 today. Okay? This little device right here, no matter how much you complain about this device being $1,000 or whatever it is, what it does today, you would have to own like 10 or 12 machines 30 years ago to do what this thing does. So this is deflationary. This permits, the cement, the bricks, the glass, real estate is the perfect hedge and protection against governments printing money, okay? And no technology can get rid of, I need a place to live. Mm-hmm. So today, let's go to page, do they have a book or they're just gonna take notes?
They're taking notes.
I'm gonna show you here, I'm gonna go through a little bit of a presentation here, okay? Why is it right now the best time to be involved in real estate? Number one, we had a Trump victory. Whether you like Donald Trump or not, Donald Trump is going to be great for real estate. He's going to be a phenomenal. First of all, he's a real estate guy. He loves real estate, okay? So he's going to come out and promote how people can use real estate. So even if you voted for Kamala, Ms. Harris, Donald Trump is going to be a tremendous advantage for those people that invest in real estate. And he's going to do some things. He's going to release programs. If any of you saw me speak in Coachella at the rally, or you saw me talk at MSG, I guarantee you he's going to present incentives this year in 2025 that when you invest in real estate, he's going to make it easy for you to get in the game. Number two, the tax benefits. There is no better vehicle in the world than the tax benefits provided by real estate. Nothing. Gold, silver, stocks, Bitcoin, Ripple, Ethereum, none of them offer the tax benefits, not even your own business. Like I have 18,000 investors, about probably 6,000 of them, a third of them own their own business. They invest with me because they get benefits by investing with me for their taxes that they can't even get from their own business. Number three, we have a market correction in place right now. This is the best, greatest opportunity to buy real estate cheap in this country of my 40 years. I've been saying this for a while now. We're in the biggest correction of my lifetime.
There was just this deal you just are buying right now.
Yeah, I'm buying a deal right now. Can you show them the Melbourne Integra? I don't know if they have that. They have that deal?
They should, yeah.
Can you pull up? Yeah. Show
Space
that
Coast?
without the Bitcoin picture.
One second. Let me get another
Grant
photo of this
Cardone.
one.
Let me see if they wrote this yet. Let me see. Where's that list? Where's that list at?
List of what?
Because I just want to validate. I want you guys to understand.
All right, we have it here for you.
For those of you out there that are, yeah, we're buying this deal right now. There's 300 units. I closed on this deal on Monday.
Listing price was?
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Listing price
was? The listing price on this deal was, they wanted $88 million, and we're buying the deal for $72,500,000. I'm buying it $16 million below replacement cost. You're like, oh man, I didn't hear about that. I didn't know that kind of correction was happening. I was looking at houses. Yeah, houses will not have a correction. I'm paying $233,000 a door for this property.
20% less than
okay.
listing price.
I am saving $16 million at the time of purchase. This is called below replacement cost. You want to be below the replacement cost of this property because I know I get back to this number what they were asking for it had it not been for a correction, okay? Welcome to everybody here. Great to have you guys here. We're talking real estate today. In the next 90 minutes, I'm going to show you how to buy it, how to find it, how to fund it, where you can get it. By the way, I did that deal with no money. I'm going to do that deal with no money. I'll show you how to do it with no money here in a second. I want to show them, let me just see if that news is up, okay? Right now, we are the number 9th largest apartment owner in the country. If I can find this, the reason I want to show you guys something, it's because I'm trying to teach you a lesson here. Anytime somebody tells you something about investing, don't believe them. Say, show me the data that validates that. How many believe it's fair for you as a student, as an investor or partner, that you'd say, it would be fair for you to say, okay, you told me something, show me that. Okay, how many think that's fair? Good, and you should, by the way. Write this down. Always ask for documentation. So let me just see if I can find this. If it's on my computer, it should be, no, I know what it was sent to me by Robert Gibbon. Let me go search Robert here. Great guy to know in real estate, Robert Gibbon.
How many billions in deals has this guy done?
50.
50 billion.
50 billion.
In deals.
Mm-hmm. Wait a minute. Hey, bro, I got to call you right back.
Send him some
let me see. Robert Gibbon. He sent me a text. Okay, so Robert. Where you at, Robert? This came to me 2 days ago. I said, Robert, can you send me the apartment, the owner apartment list in Florida? Let's see, is this here? Yeah. Okay.
Sorry,
Good.
in Florida, not the United
Now, I don't know how to show this. How do I send it to
Have
Johnny?
Giorgio get it. Show it to Giorgio, and Giorgio can zoom in on it.
Can you?
Yeah.
I don't think you can zoom that close on this.
Yeah. Keep going. Keep
Good.
going. Okay. Get up and bring. Yeah.
Okay. Hold on. Let me just bring this. Okay.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool shit, guys.
I'm gonna keep trying to get a little closer. Okay. You see this list?
Oh, Cardone Capital.
Okay. There's a company called
Cardone Capital, baby.
There's a company called Blackstone, Related, MAA, Cortland, Milo, Starwood, Lennar, Cardone Capital. We're the 9th largest holder in the state of Florida. Okay, now, so for when you guys go on YouTube and you get clickbaited on, like before somebody, when you start getting data from somebody, say, show me that. Show me the proof, bro. Okay? We're in a market correction, okay? If I go to, you're like, okay, Grant, you're telling me we're in a market correction, but show it to me. I just showed you one deal I'm doing. It will close in 4 days. I'm going to show you a different deal. Cardone Capital. What was that last deal we did? The Edge?
The Edge on Flagler Village.
Let me see. Okay, look at this. Okay, watch this. Okay, go to my computer. This deal, PR release. September 25th, Cardone Capital acquires 331 units, Class A multifamilies in South Florida, another all-cash deal. Can you show the picture of this, Johnny?
So the important thing, guys, here is that everything about real estate
can be validated.
Can be validated. It's county records, like so you got to know, like when maybe you're trying to invest with some other people. You're trying to maybe invest in a deal. People are raising money. You're trying to raise money. Like everything can be proven. Like how much it traded for the last time. You can find out what the current loan is on it. Like there's so many things that are public record with real estate that you can track down. So when somebody comes to you with some wild investment idea in some crazy business that you've never heard about, it's very hard to validate all that. Real estate, because it's a real asset and it's tied to all these public records and county records, you can track everything.
Yeah.
Who owns it, how much they paid for it, when the last time it traded was, all of it.
Yeah, here's one. Cardone Capital completes the Edge at Flagler Village. I brought up the Edge. I show you the Edge, okay? Here's the deal. This is being covered by Multifamily Biz, all cash deal. Here's another one, the real deal. Grant Cardone's on a Broward multifamily buying bench, okay? Crowdfunding apartment moguls. Get rid of this. I don't know. This is serving me an ad. Is that what it is? Okay, yeah, I'll claim the offer. Okay, I don't want the offer now. Just give me back to this. Yeah, it won't let me go there. But you get my point, right? You get my point, right? Here's another one. Florida State will continue to win. Grant Cardone. Cardone closed on 2 South Florida assets. Okay, again, like if you're going to get advice from somebody, get advice from somebody that didn't buy something 7 years ago, somebody that's buying stuff today. I'm telling you, we're in a market correction right now. And I'm buying real estate. We bought $400 million worth of real estate this year before I closed the deal I'm going to close next week, this $87 million. All right? Why? Why is right now the time for you guys to get your head down, okay? To get your head focused on this. There is a glut of inventory coming onto the market. Now, I know you guys don't think there's a glut, but there's not just a glut in multifamily. There's also a glut being created in single family. However, there's not, listen to me, there's not going to be a correction in single-family homes. You can look for it until you're blue in the face. I'll show you today why there is no correction in single-family. And so you can just give it up. Also, number 5, Fannie Mae is going to be offering a 5%, it's already out there, by the way, a 5% money down program. So on a $200,000 piece of real estate, 4 units, you could buy that deal with $10,000. Okay, I mean, you're like, oh, I don't believe you, man. Show it to me, bruh. Okay, look, that's who I am. I'm a very skeptical person. I'm like, show me, don't tell me. Let me see, where am I at? Got the wrong thing open. Okay, let's go over here. Okay, this is Dallas, Texas. I pulled this up before I got here. This is Dallas, Texas.
It just minimized.
Yeah, okay. Here's a 5-unit deal right here. 5 units, 5-plex for $600,000. I'm not saying that's a good deal. I'm just saying that's a possible deal. Let's see, go to 4 units, 4 bedrooms, 4, what do I want to do here, Jared? Let me see. Let me start over. I'm going to go back. I'm going to back out of this. Man, this thing's finicky today, huh? Okay, this is the United States of America. This opportunity is in America right now, by the way. Okay, now I'm gonna pull the filters. I'm gonna clear my filters. And I'm going to show you how much of this stuff's available. Multifamily. I'm just going multifamily. Look at the deals in the U.S. right now. There are over 500 results. It's going to stop. Here's the deal going to auction right now. $3 million for 226 units. You're like, man, how could I buy that deal? Okay, how would I buy that deal? Okay, I would show you how to raise the money, the $3 million. I don't have $3 million. I'll show you how to do the deal. Don't worry about it. Sheffield, Alabama, 116 units. Starting bids, $1.2 million. I know these are a little bigger than maybe you were thinking about, but here's the deal right now. How many units is this? This looks like, I don't know, 16, 17, 18 units. Starting bid, $650,000. Steal, you could steal this. You could do this deal with 30 grand. 600,000. You could do this deal with 18,000 bucks. This is how many units? Can you see there?
24.
24 units, okay. Imagine owning 24 units. Here's the deal right here, 22 vacant SRO units and a ground floor retail. You could buy this deal for probably 25,000 bucks down.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the deal right here. This is very important they see deals, Jared, trust me. 75 units in Phoenix. Imagine, you could put $150,000 down and buy this deal right here. You would own, your first deal would be 75 units. I could show you how to raise the entire money, all of it, the $3.4 million. I've raised $1.5 billion over the internet because I have deals. You just got to have the right deals. Now, y'all want to get smaller? You want to get them smaller, Jared? You want to go small?
Yeah, sure.
Let's go small. I'm going to go small, man.
Go 2 to 4.
Okay, 2 to 4. 2 to 4. 2 to 4. Okay, so single family homes, like there's 40 million of these units around the country. Let me just go down here and show you something. Okay, here's a deal. Is that 4 units?
Yeah.
Jacksonville, 4 units. Okay, you could buy this deal right here with a Fannie Mae loan for 50 grand. Johnny, you got 50 grand sitting in the wall?
Yeah, man.
See? Throw that away, will you? Okay. Let me see if I can find another one for you. 4 units, 4 units. Where's my 4-unit deals? 43 properties, wow. 2 properties. Ooh, look at this expensive deal. Burbank, California, 5 units, $3.2 million. That's a little expensive. Here's the deal in Lakeland, Florida. That's a nice little market outside of Tampa. You could buy this deal with 50 grand. I don't know if it's a good deal or not, but I'm telling you what you could buy it for. Here's the deal. This is in San Antonio, Texas. Brand new. You can earn 6% of your money. You could put $50,000 down and own that deal, okay, under Fannie Mae. First-time buyer, by the way, first-time buyer, and not have a job and buy that deal. Here's a 4-unit deal. That's too much money. Mexico Beach, Florida. Y'all, you know what that is, Jared?
Mexico Beach, I have never heard of.
Never heard of that, man.
I've been on a beach in Mexico, though.
Now, here's the deal in Sacramento. For you guys in California that think real estate is too expensive, I could buy that deal with 40,000 bucks. Do I have your full attention?
Stephen made a great point. He says, seems like the risk goes down with the larger deals, assuming you have occupancy.
Yeah, and I'm gonna validate exactly what his observation is. Okay, now we're back to the real estate opportunity. I told you there's a glut of inventory. Fannie Mae benefits coming in right now. We have a glut of inventory, a market correction happening. We know where to find these deals. I can show you how to find them. Number 6, there's a DSCR approval rating, meaning the property is going to get the loan, not your credit. If you don't know what that means, I'll explain it to you here in the next 60 minutes or so, okay? Number 7, okay? And I cannot explain this. I can't emphasize this enough. Why real estate and why now? Inflation is your friend when your assets are real. Real estate. This is your buddy. This is your best friend. Wealthy people people that own assets love inflation because the value of the property goes up naturally over time, okay? The property's actually not going up. It's the dollars that buy it are buying less. And that's how inflation works. It's the more they print, the more they print, okay, if they print more, that's the print, it takes, the value of the dollar goes down and the value of the real assets, real gold, silver, Bitcoin, real estate, anything that produces cash flow goes up even bigger, okay? So if you guys believe inflation is going to continue, inflation is this. Between Donald Trump and Joe Biden, those guys printed $7 trillion. Let me just show you how many zeros we're talking about here. That's a lot of damn money, $7 trillion, okay? Is that enough zeros? Yeah.
Yeah.
7 trillion, okay, with a T. The 7 trillion, when it gets dumped into a bank, because they didn't send you $7 trillion in cash, it goes to a bank, okay? And the moment the 7 trillion got dumped into the bank, they sent the 7 trillion out, and that became 70 trillion. Because they lend the money out. The money goes into your bank account. When they sent you that $1,400 check to hundreds of millions of people, okay, that money goes into the bank, and then that money is then loaned out 10 times, sometimes 100 times.
Because the bank only has minimum requirements for what they have to keep on
That's
their
right.
books, and they're able to go out and multiply so they can make more investments.
They make car loans, business loans, real estate loans. So there's not $7 trillion produced. There's not $7 trillion of money sitting in the marketplace. There's 70 trillion just in America of new money. And we'll keep printing money, okay? Now, in the next 90 minutes, I'm going to show you these 5 things. Deal. I'm going to show you how to get the debt. I'm going to show you how to get the equity. I'm going to show you how to build a network. I'm going to even offer my network to you if you want to take advantage of it. And number 5, I'm going to give you confidence. Now, number 5 is the one I can't give you fast enough because the only way you get confidence, I'll give you confidence in the real estate itself. I cannot instill confidence in you. The only way to get number 5 is to do deals, okay? Or to be investing with somebody that's doing deals. Or to do a deal and make some money. You do not get confidence by losing deals. So this is not like most of life. In life, you can go out and you can make a mistake, fall down, skin your knee, get up, and your knee's going to repair. In real estate, if you do one deal and it don't work, and a second deal and it don't work, you're done doing deals because you're going to go broke, okay? We're going to show you where to find the deal, how to find the debt, how to get the equity, how to build the network, and, by the way, network and confidence are probably the most important. If I go get a deal, okay, if I get a deal, show them the deal I'm doing right now again. Does the deal, and this is the order it goes in, most important, in this order, first the deal. Then I'm going to go to the debt market. I don't go to the debt market first. In fact, make a note here, never ever go to the debt market until you have the deal.
Yeah, I was just going to say, a lot of people in the chat are going, I've got bad credit, I have no money down.
Not a problem.
What Grant is saying right here is that those do not matter if you find a great deal because money will always chase great deals and great investments. You find a great deal.
He means money. Money is debt. Money is nothing more than debt. Okay, so I'm here to help you. I'm here to help you. I'm telling you, if you're buying a single family home, you need good credit. If you buy this deal that I'm showing you right now, if you could get this deal, you do not need good credit because they're not going to lend you the money anyway. They're going to lend this to a thing called the LLC. This will be called the Melbourne Space Coast LLC, whatever name we come up with, okay? 300 units in Melbourne LLC, okay? It's going to be actually called the 10X Space Coast LLC. The lender is going to give me a loan on the LLC. Okay, you want to lead with the deal. I bring the deal. If the deal's good, the bank's going to be like, I want to give you money. Number 3 thing that you're going to have is you're going to have partners in the deal that are going to give you equity. I have partners on every deal that I have. There's not a deal that I have that I do not have a partner on. The partner's either going to be the bank, it's going to be another investor, a brother, a sister, a friend. There's always going to be a partner. Even if I owned 100% of the deal, I would still have a partner. I have the government's a partner. I have my residents that are a partner. I got 300 partners on this deal. Damn, my residents could be my investors. Okay, rather than me just renting to them, why don't I go to them and say, hey, by the way, I'm buying this property. There's 300 people. I already have 285 tenants. Mm-hmm. Why don't I go to the 285 tenants? I'm buying this deal. Would you guys like to invest with me? Not just pay to live here, but you could actually pay to live here and be an investor in the deal. I'll show you how to do all this. I've done all this, okay?
And this is really important because it's not about you trying to go out and do all this stuff on your own.
No, you're not going to do it on your own.
And so many people, when they're getting started in real estate, they don't understand the fact that there are so many people involved in deals. And so that's how you get outside of this overwhelm of like, oh my gosh, what do I do? Where am I going to get the money? How do I, like the most important thing you have to focus on is number one.
Number one, most important
Find a good deal.
It's 80%. 80% of the game is the deal itself. Okay, so I'm going to answer all your questions. The screen's frozen. Does it have to be you? No. I'll show you all this today, okay? But you have to have a deal. So when I show somebody a deal, I'm showing them the deal. They're not looking at me. They're looking at my deal. Show them the Los Olas. Pull up the Los Olas deal. Los Olas in Fort Lauderdale. Or show them the whole portfolio. Just open up the portfolio and show them one deal at a time. See, I'm not talking about me. You don't want to pitch you when you're raising money for a deal. I bought this deal right here, 300. See, what are y'all looking at right now? 382 units in Flagler Village. I bought that. Okay, let's say I'm raising money for this deal in Fort Myers, Florida. Guys, I just got a deal under contract in Fort Myers, 252 units. Look at this. Wow, that's beautiful. They're not looking at me. See, what you guys do is y'all go to your uncle. Hey, would you invest in a deal? You need the deal first. Now you're like, how do I get the deal first? You got to know where the deals are. Here's a deal in Tarpon Springs I closed last year. 236 units. I bought this for $14 million less than they paid for it. It was cash flow positive month one, and it was 96% occupied. Okay, I know for sure I'm in the money on this deal, meaning I'm positive. It's just north of Tampa in a great location. It cash flows every month since we've owned it. Okay, here's a deal I bought called the Edison in Fort Myers. I bought this last year. It already had a loan on it. I didn't even have to get a loan. I assumed a loan. Here's a deal I bought from Goldman Sachs in Arizona. I paid $20 million less than they paid for it 10 years before I bought it. Already occupied, already had people in it. Here's a deal I bought in Miami River. Okay, I bought this deal once it was built and full of tenants, 346 units, down the street from the Miami Marlins Stadium. Great location. This deal, it has not hit our cash flow that we expected it to, but I still own the real estate. I'm still benefiting from the inflation. I still got the tax write-offs, and it's cash flowed every month. Here's a deal that I bought in Weston, 585 units. I paid $240 million for this thing and raised all the money. By the way, that'll probably be condoed.
Yeah.
Okay, those units are probably worth, I paid $240 million. There's 585 units, and they're probably worth $1 million each. I'll probably make $200 million on that acquisition.
Yep.
Me and my partners will, okay? All right. I know I'm giving you a lot of information, okay? This is what I want you to do. For those of you who are like, okay, bro, look, I can't go this fast. I want to invite you to join. I'm just going to tell you what it is, and you guys that want to do it can do it. For those of you who don't want to spend 90 minutes, you'd like to spend 2 days with me, there's a link, grantcardone.com/now. grantcardone.com/now. grantcardone.com/now, where I'm going to give you a ticket to a 2-day interactive event that I'm going to do in 2 weeks. I'm going to give you a $10,000 master class is 16 hours. I'm going to give you our dictionary, a one-on-one strategy call for the first 100 people. Okay, I don't want to make this a big sales pitch. If you want to go there, click grantcardone.com/now.
We can only do about 100 of these because we don't have enough people to do all of them. So
yeah, it's Saturday, right?
Yeah.
It's Saturday, and we'll take 100 of you and give you a strategy call for free. Where are you? Where are you getting started? What is your problem? Do you have good credit, bad credit? Do you have money? Do you have an audience? Where do you live? And we'll actually work with you to figure out what your possible strategy could be and what's the best thing for you. The entire thing you can grab for $297, and we're going to send you a little box of gear for our real estate workbook. The workbook is for the interactive event I'm going to do in 2 weeks. I'm going to send you my book, How to Create Wealth Investing in Real Estate, for free. You're going to use this book when we meet. How many days from now?
we meet 2 more times before the event.
We're going to meet
Friday.
twice a week in a mentoring call that we're going to give to you. And then when's the
event is the 28th and the 29th.
So the 28th and 29th of this month, 3 days after Christmas, I'm going to spend 2 days with you underneath the tree, showing you, slowing all this data down. So if you guys want to grab that, grantcardone.com/now. Now, grantcardone.com/now. I'm going to give you all this for $297. It'd normally be $13,000. I'm going to close this out. The first 100 get the strategy call. After that, I just can't handle the traffic. Okay, we can't do it. So I'm just being honest with you. First 100, I don't want to go into the whole pitch. If you know you want more than just 90 minutes of this, go grab that if you're really serious about buying real estate. For the rest of you, I'm just going to keep giving you this information for free and do whatever you can with it. This is my real estate career on a graph. Okay, I started when I was 28 years old. I bought a couple $100,000 worth of real estate. I spent the next 2 years studying real estate, and my next acquisition, this is what I did. My first deal was $78,000. I didn't know what I was doing. I put $3 grand down. My second deal was $92,500. I put no money down. I'm like, that's freaking encouraging. My third deal was 48 units. The deal was $1.950,000. I made $3 million on that deal. Which one of those 3 deals do you want to do? You want to do the first one? That's cool. It's cool. I put $3 grand down. I was making $2,400 of positive cash flow a year. Positive. Is that a good deal? I put $3 grand down. I put a renter in it. I made 80% of my money in year 1. Cool deal. This deal, I put no money down, and I was positive cash flow. Okay, I think I was making $500 a month, $6,000 a year. Okay, that's super cool deal, $6,000 in positive cash flow a year. Unbelievable deal right here. Okay, this deal right here, I bought 48 units. I put $350,000 of my money down that I raised from my sister and my mom and a friend and credit cards and from my business. So I virtually put no money down right here, and I made $3 million. Which one of these 3 deals, number 1, number 2, or number 3, do you want to be involved in? Most people are saying number 3. Okay? Now, what is the difference between number 1, number 2, and number 3? First person, the first person units. Yes, Patrick, you got the answer right. The thing that is different about number 3, okay, this deal could have never made $3 million. I mean, it actually did make $3 million, but it would take 30 years to do it. I made $3 million in under 47 months on this deal, okay? And I never, ever did anything. I didn't even manage the real estate. I bought it, walked away from it, never went back to it, and made I'll show you the numbers here in a second.
You know, the other thing too about this is a lot of people are asking like, hey, after I buy it, what's involved with management? That's one of the advantages of buying deals that are 32 units and bigger. It will support its own management.
This deal right here, you're picking up the rent. You're handling the bed bugs. You're handling the termites. You're handling the tenants. This deal here, you're picking up the rent. You're mowing the grass. You're doing everything, okay? Everything you're doing. This one, you never have to go back to the property. If it's big enough. You're like, yeah, but man, I got bad credit. They didn't give me a loan. They didn't even give me the loan. On here, I had to get the loan. On here, I had to get the loan. On this one, they didn't give me the loan. They gave the property the loan. They didn't even want to know about my finances. They weren't even interested in how I made money. They were interested in the property. I didn't know that. I stumbled into that deal, okay? I would then go from 1 unit to 2 units. My 4th and 5th deal, I would be at 618 units. I went from 2 units to 178 units. What's happening?
Back out on the Zoom, guys.
What's happening? Zoomers?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, I would go from 2 units to 178 units in 3 years. I'd go from 178 units to 618 units in 4 years. Imagine going from 0. How many of you are willing to invest the time, the energy, and the money? Because it's going to take some money to go from 0 units and in 4 years have 700. Within 10 years, I had 2,000 units. Fast forward to today, you can see the graph. Today we have 15,000 units. We're not even keeping up with our own information anymore. It's got $5 billion worth of real estate. And I've just gotten better at doing the process, okay? I don't manage my real estate. I don't pick up checks. I don't evict people. I do nothing. There's a business. So I want to help you guys. How many of you'd like to have the same size portfolio that I have right now?
Yeah.
You can.
Yeah.
You can. Every one of you can. Okay? You can. Guys, you can. And this is what you should commit to right now. I'm going to build the same portfolio Grant has. You're just going to model what I do. I'm going to show you the exact blueprint of what I have done. And congratulations to everybody, by the way, that took advantage. GrantCardone.com/now. I didn't even tell you what's in the program. You trust me and you trust yourself and you trust real estate and you went in there and grabbed it. We're already setting up phone calls. GrantCardone.com/now. Congratulations to everybody that already took advantage. I need to see exactly how many we have left. We have a handful of the 100 left, so grab them now. GrantCardone.com/now. Yeah, we're 3 away right now. So if you guys want to grab that, I'm going to do the interactive, and then I just only have so many people back there. Okay, now here's the 8 ways. I'm going to show you, not one way. Warren Buffett, guys. I have an arrow on my nose. Can we get rid of the arrow right there in the middle? Yeah, thank you. There's 8 ways that we can make money on this deal. I never want to buy something where there's only one way to make money, okay? I have 8 ways to make money on every deal. Now, when you buy a single family home, there's really only one way. I buy a single family home for 200 grand. I find a deal, I fix it, I paint it, and boom, we sell it. That's the one way to exit. You want more than one way to exit a deal. Warren Buffett says this, the great Buffett says, if your only way to make money on a deal is to sell something, that's not really a good investment. Okay? That's why Warren doesn't like Bitcoin. He doesn't understand it. Excellent. He doesn't understand that there's other ways to play the game on that. So that's why he didn't buy Apple Computer in the beginning, because he's like, I'm going to buy the Apple Computer stock at 28 bucks, and the only way to make money on it is to sell the stock. Okay? Well, later he realized that Apple was actually a great cash flow company that he could borrow against. Okay? Anyway, 8 ways to make money on real estate. Real estate has the biggest advantage of any investment vehicle in the world on new ways to make money. Number 1, cash flow. First thing we get is we get cash flow. If it don't cash flow, I don't go. No cash flow, I say no. No cash flow, I don't go. Okay? If it only has the cash flow of 1 unit, personally, I wouldn't do it either. Already did that. It's a mistake. The moment they move out, you're vacant. And then no cash flow. Number 2, appreciation. Most people only buy real estate for number 2. They're like, I'm going to get the appreciation. Okay, it's going to come. I'm going to wait for it.
Buy it, hold it. Yeah.
These are sinkholes. If you're only depending on the appreciation for number 2, you are going to have a sinkhole. Number 3, tax benefits. Can they see the thing, or should I just write it on the board?
We're going back and forth. If you write it all, I won't show it. But if
okay,
you don't,
tax benefits. Tremendous tax benefits from multifamily. Okay, watch. Let's say I find a $400,000 house The average home in America, by the way, is $440,000. The average loan in America is $413,000. The average interest rate is 7.38 on a single family home, okay? Now, that's the average price of a home in America, about $440,000. The average loan's $413, so I'm just gonna do $440. If you take the $440, we're gonna assume the house is worth $440,000. This is not quite accurate. Actually, we're gonna do this. The land's worth $100, okay? And the house is $340. The tax write-off you're gonna get on this is $340 divided by 27. Not quite accurate on this. You're gonna be able to write off $12,600 a year. That's gonna be your tax write-off, okay? Now, let's say I went and bought a $440,000 4-unit property that cash flowed, by the way, okay? And that I know is gonna appreciate as the rents go up. As rents go up, the appreciation goes up. Rents control the value of the property. This other house over here, the neighborhood controls the value of the property. If your neighbor destroys the value of their property, your property value is going down. If everybody starts building bigger homes in your neighborhood, guess what? The value of your property goes up. But you're dependent upon the neighborhood. Over here, I am only dependent upon the rents. This is why I've been telling you guys, if you've ever seen my videos, don't buy single family homes. But most people only hear the first part, buy multi-family homes. Buy units, okay? $440,000, 4 units, okay? The depreciation on this property will probably be $160,000 in year 1. That'll be the write-off in year 1. About 30%, 30 to 40% of the value of the entire property, because I have, let's say it's 48 or 4 units. I got kitchens, stoves, appliances, microwaves, floors, roofs, gutters. I don't have to wait 27 years to depreciate. The tax code says I can do a lot of this depreciation in year 1. So I get $160,000 worth of depreciation here in year 1. Over here, I get $12,600 a year, and I got to wait 27 years. 27 times how much? 12,000. 324,000. I get it, but I don't get it for, it's like forever. All right. And by the way, what else do I get in 27 years? Because this took 27 years. I need a new roof. I need gutters. I need new appliances. So the tax write-offs you're actually getting over 27 years, you actually have to go back and spend the money to fix the stuff because it's old. All right, number 4, there's a thing called forced depreciation. I know we're going fast. I promise you guys it'll only be 90 minutes. Am I running late right now?
Johnny, the clock ain't on.
Yeah, come on, Johnny, okay?
It's right on the teleprompter.
Oh, there we go. You moved it over here.
Okay. Now, this is called forced depreciation. Remember that $10 rent bump I was gonna get? Okay, if I have 48 units, just do the math with me.
So let's say you buy the deal, you close on the deal.
Whatever the price is.
Whatever the price is. You buy the deal, you close on the deal. Month 1, you own the deal, and you start going out and you start.
I go there, change the name of it. I change the name to Charles Main LLC apartment. Best living in the world. Happy, where every ending is a happy ending. Okay? And everyone is happy here. So, okay, so we have 48 units. And I'm like, guys, we got to raise the rents $10 a month here because I'm bringing in some new technology, whatever. 48 times 10 times 12 divided by 0.06. That would increase the value of this property $96,000. Every $10 is going to force the appreciation value of the property by $10. Now, let's say I went and added some kitchens. I took 10 of the units, put in new kitchens, new floors, painted the walls, and said, guys, on the new units, the rents are going to go up $400. And on the old units, the rents are going to go up $40. So I'm going to raise the rents on the new ones I will never raise the rents on everything, nor will I ever rehab everything. Okay, so if I have 48 units, it would
So what's the idea behind that?
the 48 units, and I'm going to take 12 of them, and I'm going to leave the 36 old. We wouldn't call them old, and we're going to do new, okay? And we're going to take these rents. Let's say the rents right now are $1,200. I'm going to take these rents up $400. No, I'm going to take them up 600. Okay, I'm going to take them up 600 because I put in new kitchens, new floors, new walls, and everybody's like, yeah, I love this stuff. And I already had 48 units, and they were already full. I'll show you the model. There's an exact algorithm you're looking for to hit this, but just think with it, okay? I'm going to change 12 of these, only 1/4 of the property by 600, and then I'm going to move these up like 80, okay? So I'm going to offer the new one. I'm going to do 2 or 3 or 4 new ones, kitchens, floors, paint, knobs, lights, okay? And I'm going to offer, and they're going to be like, I want that new unit, okay? My rents are now go from 1,200 to 600. What does the 600 get me? 600 times
Average at 216 per. Its total average is 216 a month per
times
unit.
12.
7,200. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to pick up $1.4 million right here in new value. I spent some money. So I'm going to do this again. 600 times 12, right? Times 12 divided by 0.06. I'm going to show you guys how to figure. There's $1.4 million on this, on the new ones.
In value.
But in value.
Yeah.
But that's not where the real money is. Okay, when I started raising the new ones, I mean, it is where the real money is, but there's another place, okay? When I started raising the new ones, what I also did was kicked up the price of the old ones. Because they're like, okay, the rents were $1,200, now they're $1,280. Okay, 80 times how many units I got left? What do I got? 48, 12, 36 times 36 times 12 divided by 0.06. This is $576,000 of new money right here. There's $1 million for, I just picked up $2 million and I didn't rehab everything. This return right here is better than this one because this one cost me nothing.
Yeah, and you figure out of the 1.4 million that you picked up on 12 units, what are you going to spend? $6,000 a unit, $7,000.
Yeah, let's say I spent 10,000. So 10,000 times 12 units.
Mm-hmm.
I spent $120,000. I mean, it's a great return. It's a 10x return on my money. Okay, you can't do that on one unit, folks. You cannot do this on a single family. You guys have to stop. Stop looking for single family homes to buy and flip. All you're going to do is sell it and make some profit and get out. I'm not selling anything. I'm keeping this asset. I get cash flow, appreciation, tax benefits. I can force the appreciation anytime I want. Number 5, I could cash out. Let's say I bought this deal and I go sell the deal. This is my exit. Okay, that's one exit. I could exit and pick up $2 million. I could pick up this $2 million as fast as I could do it. Let's say I found these 48 units, and let's say that we bought these 48 units for $4.8 million at $100,000 a door, which is about right. I can show you those deals all over the country. And I went and raised this money with my buddies. Okay.
How much would you need to raise?
Let's say I put $1.2 million down. I had 10 guys, each put in $120,000.
So that's assuming, what, 70% loan to value?
I could raise this money in 10 minutes. Oh, you can, but I can't. Well, good, let's partner on a deal. Let's do a deal together. You're like, oh, you can do it. Well, then be part of my network. The first people that responded to grantcardone.com/now. Now? Dude, you're in our network now, okay? First thing you got to have is the deal. Second thing you got to have is debt. Third thing you got to have is equity. The fourth thing you got to have is a network. If you guys don't have a network, you're never getting a net worth. Your net worth is limited to your network. Who you know will determine how much you have. Okay? Who you know will determine how much you have. End of story. If you're around a bunch of deadbeats, you're going to be a deadbeat. If you're around a bunch of drug addicts, you will become a drug addict. You will literally, even if you don't smoke drugs, do drugs, shoot drugs, you still will pick up the druggie thing. You'll sound like a druggie. You'll act like a druggie. You'll walk like a druggie. You're going to be a druggie. Dude, look, I can go into an environment where everybody's drunk, not drink, and feel drunk. I could go into an environment where everybody's positive, and I get positive. Okay.
And I just see a lot of people here. How long does this take? Let's just say it took you a year.
I can do one deal.
To
one
renovate.
Deal. No, let's say I find one deal.
Yeah.
One deal. I can do this one deal. One deal, one time, and be in the money. But now, how long does it take you to learn this? How long does it take you to commit to this? When are you going to spend time looking at deals? I look at deals every day. Like I never have a time problem. I make time. And I go after the things. I'm like a hungry dog hunting a bone down. It's just like I don't go for all bones. I just go for the bones I'm looking for, okay? Now watch. These 48 units, we put $4.8 million. I got $1 million. You can get the loan on this. I'll get you a $3.6 million loan, show you where to get it, how to get it, who to get it from, how to make sure you get it. I don't care if you have bad credit. I don't care if you went bankrupt 6 times, I could get you this loan. Like literally, I could get my daughter this loan. Why? Because they're going to lend it against the property. It's what you don't know. It's one of the best kept secrets in the world.
Because they look at the real estate like a business.
The real estate is a business.
And the bank is only going to lend you, let's just say it's 75%. The bank is only going to lend you enough money to where if you can't perform, it's called a non-recourse loan.
Yeah.
If you can't perform and you can't pay the mortgage, they take the real estate back and they got it for 25% less than market so that they can go resell it to an existing investor and get all their money back.
They're going to call me up and say, hey, you want this deal? Just pay our loan off. They don't even want to make money on it. They just want to get the loan done, okay? Now, the other reason the banks want to do this loan is because the default rate on these deals is so low. It's about 12 times lower than a single family home is. Okay, now that's changing right now. Okay, there was something else I wanted to say right here. Oh yeah, if you ever tried to go get a business loan against your own business, you're a plumbing company. Dude, you could get this loan easier than you can get a business loan or an SBO loan or a the VA loan.
Yeah, the VA loan.
The VA loan, the FHA loan, the HUD loans, dude, this thing is easier than all that stuff. And nobody's telling you about it because guess who's getting these deals? Rich people, pension funds, insurance companies, New York Life, MetLife. These are $800 billion, trillion-dollar companies that are buying most of the real estate in this country. Okay, you could cash out of the deal. You could sell the deal. Number 7, you could scale the deal. Number 8, you could go public on the deal.
Oh, man, you know, the cash out?
Okay.
I got to have you do this one because this is the magic, guys. Like this, of all of these things, when I understood this one piece of generating revenue from real estate and it happened, I participated in it. I was like, this is magic right here.
Show him Stuart
Breeze.
Stuart Breeze.
Yeah.
Ugly little property. Guy calls me one day, hey,
Harbor
dude,
Breeze, yeah.
You own a bunch of real estate up here. Would you be interested in this? I'm going to give you access to the network, by the way, so that you'll be on these lists where people call you. People are going to call you if you do deals. They're not going to call you if you don't do deals. 104 units, 2014, right?
Yep.
It wasn't yellow when we bought it. Okay, it's 104 units. They wanted $5.3 million. Okay, I stole this deal. It was a steal at 5.3. Okay, I think what I did was I went and got a loan, if I'm not wrong, Jared, for like $4.8 million. I went to Jared. Mm-hmm. Let me see. It's on my books, so let me just go back and remember the numbers. Stole this. These steals are still out here again today. Let me see here, spreadsheet. And all you guys that took advantage of this already, I'm going to share this spreadsheet with you. This is an Excel spreadsheet that we use for keeping all our deals in one place. And Jared, I want to make sure, how can we add this to
yeah, so
everybody
we'll
that took
everybody who
already?
took advantage, we'll give you the deal tracker as well.
Okay, this is how I keep track of my deals, okay? This is my entire portfolio of deals. Now, I'm not gonna give you the contents of my portfolio. I'm gonna give you the spreadsheet so you can keep this, okay? Like this is all the on-market deals in the marketplace that we're looking at right now, okay? This is working deals, just working deals, portfolio deals that I'm doing. Here's lost deals. Every deal I've ever lost, look at this. I'm going through it really fast because there's, I don't know, 1,000 lines right here. This is a new project I'm working on right now. Okay, let me go. I'm going to go back to Stuart Breeze. Right here, Harbor Breeze. It's called Harbor Breeze now. And it was 104 units, and I paid $5 million. Okay, they wanted I think they wanted like 6.3 million to start. I ended up paying $5 million for this deal. I went to the bank and told the bank, I want a $5 million loan. I'm going to spend $400,000 on the asset, fixing it. I'm going to put my cash in. I went to the bank with a personal loan, but because this thing was cash flowing, let me see, it's going to do, this year it's going to do $1.2 million in NOI. 1.2 million in NOI. That's like a 25x cap. We didn't buy it like that. When we bought it, it was like 500,000 of NOI. No, it was 400,000 of NOI. It was an 8 cap when I bought it. I knew I was stealing it.
So this is important because this is one of the exits that you have in real estate when you understand you find a great deal,
Yeah.
you get it under contract, and then you do that. You play that forced appreciation game that Grant was talking about before.
Yeah.
This is the play you do.
Yeah. Now this property showed up. It wasn't like, it didn't look good, but it fit the puzzle. Okay. And the puzzle was this. I'm going to go to my bank. How much did you put in it, Jared?
150.
Jared put $150,000 in, and I put $250 in. Now, keep in mind now, I'm controlling a $5 million asset with only 5% down. Is that right? What's 250 into 5 million? Yeah. Right? Yeah. How do I get the 250? Credit cards, pulled some money out of my business, like borrowed money from a brother. Like most of the time, I never have any money. Like if I don't have any money right now. Somebody's gonna have to buy me something if I want it. I go to the mall with my kids. My kids have to buy stuff. I'm like, I ain't bringing money with me. I'm gonna let the fools buy everything. Okay, pop in here, Sabrina, and say hi when you get a chance. Tell them how many times I've had you pay for stuff. Okay.
So many times.
Right. This is my little champ right now.
Hi there.
Okay. Okay. You're invested with us, right?
Yes, I am.
How much money you get a month right now?
About $3,000.
$3,000 a month. She gets cash flow from the real estate. So when we go to the mall, we were at dinner the other night. Who paid?
I did.
That's right. She paid. Why would I pay when she'll pay? Look, if you can't trick your kids, who can you trick? Okay, get out of here. Okay. How much money you got on you right now?
Nothing.
Nothing. You got a credit card on you?
Yeah.
Then you're a suspect. You're a target. I don't have a credit card on me, so I'm not paying no matter where we go. All right. So they're like, hey, let's go to Krispy Kreme. Let's go. Ain't gonna cost me anything. Okay. Now check it out. Okay. So Jared came up with 150. I came up with 250. Keep those numbers in mind. We went in and raised the rents. Raised the rents on the deal. The NOI on the deal. The NOI. This is a very important number in real estate. Was 400,000 at the time. Okay. If you divide 400,000 divided by 0.07, I don't know, I forget what yeah. It was like an 8 cap, okay? I knew the market. You got to know your market, okay? Well, where do I live? That's where you know your market. You got to know the market where you live in. If you're in an apartment right now, learn the market of that apartment, okay? And when I looked at this deal, I knew I could raise the rents, okay? Now, we took the rents from 400 grand to today, the NOI on this deal is $1.2 million. Okay, this was a 7 cap when we bought it. That market now trades for a 5 cap. Okay, so the rents went up. The rents went up enough. The rents went up. I didn't do anything great. I painted it, blew on it. We changed the name of it. I think it's called 10X Harbor Breeze now.
Yeah.
We put 10X on it. We take care of our tenants, okay? We blew on it. And then we also had a little thing called time. 12 years. What happened to rents in 12 years? Okay, rents went from $700 to $1,800. Call Ryan, ask him what the rents are over there. Call Ryan. They're probably only 1,500. Let's find out. Let's see what the rents are over there. I didn't do this. You guys understand, these rents just went up. I have nothing to do with it. Okay? Now, the better the market, hey, Ryan? Yes. What are the rents at Stuart Breeze?
The rents at Harbor Breeze?
Yeah, Harbor Breeze, uh-huh.
$1,500 to $1,700.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate you. Okay, they went to $1,500, $1,700. I thought they were about there. I didn't do anything. I'm just telling everybody in the room, like, I didn't do anything brilliant. Like, I didn't catch a pass. I didn't do an alley-oop. I didn't hit a 350-yard drive. I didn't make a record or song. I didn't write a movie. I didn't code shit. I just waited, man. You buy the real estate in the good location, and you wait. For what? For rents to go up. When rents went up, I went back to the bank. Okay? I owe $5 million on the asset. Jared, do you remember the details of this thing? We went back to a bank and got what?
I know that I put
time.
150 grand in, and when you refinanced it the first time, I got $95,000 back.
So he got 85% of his money back. He got 100 out of the 150 back. I had 250 in it, and I got 200 back. These are non-taxable events. He got 100 back. I got 250 back. How much money do we have in the deal now? He has, what do you have now? You have 50,000 in the deal?
Yeah, 50.
And I have 50,000 in the deal, okay? Our deal is worth, at this time, $8 million. That's how I got a $5 million loan. The rents went up, and when the rents went up, the value went up, okay? When rents go up in real estate, the value of the property goes up. You want to write this down. The value of this real estate is dependent upon the value of the rent. As rents go up, the value goes up. They go together. Rents go up, value goes up, okay? Now, 2 years later, this 1 year, because this was a short-term bank loan, okay? Oh, how do you get that? You get the property. You get the property. The property is security for the bank, okay? 2 years later, we went back. Today we owe, let me see my loan here. Johnny, can you show the loan value today, Johnny? $8,775,000. We paid the other loan off. We ended up with $3,775,000 of overage, cash out. Okay, Jared got 10%.
It was over 400 grand.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
I got 90%. So he ends up with his 50,000 back plus $400,000 back. I end up with $3 million. I end up with $3 million over here. Jared ends up with 400,000 over here. Okay.
No tax.
No taxes. This is not a tax event. We owe $8.7 million, and guess what we did? We waited for another 8 years. The rents went up. Now they're at $1,700. The property today is valued at Harbor Breeze. Today's value, $24,700,000. Can you show it on the screen, Johnny?
Yeah.
So they can see it. 24 million, line 10, $24 million. How much money do we have in the asset?
Zero.
We owe $8,775,000. $8 million. By the way, this loan is being paid by the tenants, by the properties. We have $15 million worth of equity sitting in this property right now. We have no money in it. He took out 400 grand. He took out 50,000. I took out 3 million and 200,000. Okay, non-taxable events. I get cash flow every month, and this property still cash flows every year. The free cash flow. Where's my cash flow? Cash flow, cash flow. Every year, tax. That's cash flow right there. T12 cash flows, $50,000 a month. I get from this one deal. Okay, so what am I telling you guys? This is a list. Okay, we're showing you ways to make money.
So the point is because of the forced appreciation, the value goes up. He's able to go in and get a new loan because the bank is willing to give more because the property's worth more. He's able to pull equity out of the deal, pay no tax on it, and then sit and wait and do it again. And that's how the $150,000 that I put into the deal, by the time we sell this or refinance it again,
2028
will be worth probably $1.5 million.
2028. Watch this. We're going to go to the marketplace in 2028. let's say the rents don't even go up between now and 2028. It's absolutely impossible. I got all of 25, all of 26, all of 27, and all of 28. These rents could be, I'm just going to use today's numbers, okay? If I went to the marketplace today, to the debt market today, and said, I want to get a new loan, they would value the property at $25 million. They're going to give me a $20 million loan. This is the value. This is the loan. I owe, what, 8.8? Yeah, I owe $8,800,000. And they're going to give me $11,200,000 to chop up between me and Jared. Okay, me and Jared are the owners of the company. I'm going to get $10 million. Jared's going to get $1.2 million because he's a 10% owner and I'm a 90% owner. We will have taken money out of the deal 3 times, cash flowed for 14 years, never paid taxes on anything, okay? And we still own the asset. He dies, I die, we share it with our kids. We still own the property. The kids get the $50,000 a month in cash flow, or your church does, your charity does, your best friend, your sister, the girl that you slept with in high school and let her slip away. You can give the money to your nanny, to your cat, whatever. What do you do? What do you do? You do stupid things with money when you have stupid money.
You know, a lot of people are asking about how do you, the whole increased value thing.
Yeah.
Could you think you could go over that increased value?
Yeah, so we have, what I did was, because a lot of people are bad at math, and so what I created some of these for my kids, my wife, for people in our club. We created some calculators that make it simple. So this is called the increased value calculator, okay? So for instance, when I'm buying a piece of property and I'm assessing I'm assessing the value has to be there for me to buy it. The bank's not gonna let me go pay too much for an asset because they'll only give me so much money. They wanna be underneath the value, right? But what I'm really assessing is the value. Let's say I found a property where I could increase the rents. I know for sure I can increase the rents $100. You just put in the number of units. Let's say there's 100 units here. Or let's say there's 48 units. And let's say I know the rents are $120 too low and that the property's got a 95% occupancy. And I know this cap rate in this market's 6.25 cap. I just made $1 million. Okay, that says, hey, the property value increased $1 million. So whatever I'm paying, I'm looking for cash flow on what I pay, but I'm looking for what's the opportunity to increase the cash flow. I'm going to take 15,000 units, and I'll be like, okay, what do I have to do to make $1 billion? Okay, I need to increase the rents $450. 95% occupancy. I need to be at a 5 cap rate. I'm in a 5 cap rate environment. Let's say $550. Let's say 15,000 units. I can increase the rents $550, $600. Bang. Okay, I make $200 million. No, 600. I'll make $2 billion right here. So I'm like, how do I become a billionaire a couple more times over? Oh, raise the rent $600. On how many units? 15,000. With what occupancy? 95%. Okay. If my occupancy goes up to 98, bang, I make more money. If it goes down, I make less money. Okay. If the cap rate goes down to 4.5, I make more money. If I could figure out how to take all my real estate and bring it into a public REIT, 3%, and get a 3%, I make 3.3 million.
So the
billion dollars.
The value of this type of calculator is that it gives you the ability when you're trying to find deals, which a lot of you are asking about, how do I find deals? How do I find deals? You have to know the mechanics of understanding what makes a good deal in the first place.
Yeah.
So you got to understand, like, you need to look for this type of score. So can the property be purchased at below replacement cost? Are rents below market right now? If you were able to take a property down where it's 48 units and the rents are $1,200 a month and the market will support $1,400 or $1,500 a month, you can use this calculator to go in and know exactly how much increased value that you could create in that property the day that you close the property.
But the way to start is with the financial target. Don't start with the product first. Do not start with the asset first. Don't start with the real estate first. Start with the financial target. Okay, because right now you guys are looking at real estate without the financial target, and you'll take anything. Oh, I found a house, I could flip it. Dude, you gonna make 40 grand? Maybe. Or you're gonna lose 40 grand because you timed it wrong or you paid too much. All right? So if you start with the financial target, your first financial target should be $1 million on every deal, $1 million. End of story. Do not deviate from that. Okay? I'm gonna find one deal, one time, that makes me and my partners $1 million. Now people will talk to you. Hey man, can I borrow some money, man? I found this deal, man. I'm gonna flip it. We're gonna pick up 40K. I'm gonna split this with you. I'm gonna give you that. Yeah, but what if you don't? What if you don't find the deal? I'm sorry, what if you find the deal and it doesn't sell? See, your exits are terrible, dude. There's only one way out of this mousetrap. Hey guys, I found one deal. It's gonna make us $1 million. You put the money up. You put all the money up. How much is that? We'll figure that out. You put the money up, okay? I'm gonna show you how to make $1 million on the deal, and let's say it takes $250,000, okay? It takes $250,000 to buy the deal. I'm gonna give you 100% of your $250,000 back, and we're gonna go 50-50 on the million. You get your $250 back, and then we chop up the million 50-50.
And I keep seeing this question over and over and over again. Like, hey, the million, over what period of time? If you close on this deal tomorrow and you go, I want to raise the rents $20, or I have to remodel some units, like you wait till people leave, you go in, you do the work. But just think about this. If it took you a year to go through that whole cycle, to start raising the rents because people are coming and going and all that stuff, like if it took you a year, what can you do right now to make $1 million in 12 months?
I bought a deal. I wish I'd have never sold this deal. 66 units, Claremont Manor, Claremont, San Diego, California,
Mesa, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Claremont Mesa. You can pull it up on a map. 66 units. We raised the rents $400 in the first year. In year one, I bought it. It was under rented, dude. It was like they were giving it away. The old man wasn't paying attention. His cost basis was so low. This is all over the country right now, by the way.
Because the owners have owned stuff for so long, they get lazy operating the property. They let people go on month-to-month agreements, which is great if you come in and you need to raise rents because you can do it immediately.
That was $6 million in 1 year. I didn't do anything except one thing. I bought the right property at the right time at the right price, and bang, signed on it. Okay, the property was responsible for the debt. You're never going to do this in one house, folks. One single family home, you're not going to do it on. Even if you could make $6 million on one single family home, you had to fund it. The property taxes, the loan. It's too much of a risk. Get off the one, okay? Marry one person. But after that, don't do anything one time again. Okay, like marry one person, get one good wife or husband, get one, but when you buy real estate, don't get one. Get more than one, okay? All right. If you guys want to know how to do this, grantcardone.com/now. I'm going to show you my first 3 deals. Okay?
I opened up 50 more because we filled out all the strategy calls.
Okay.
I opened up 50 more on the calendar.
grantcardone.com/now.
Yep. If you get to the page to book your strategy call, just know we opened up more slots on the calendar, so I can do 50 more of them.
And this is what I'm gonna also do. Okay, this is the other thing I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this, Jared, because it's Christmas time. Okay, it's $297, and then I'm gonna give you guys a credit at my store for $297. This is the Christmas special, and I should write Christmas with an X. That's Christmas, Christ. Miss, okay? Christmas special, $297, and then I'm gonna give you the credit at my store for $297. You can use it against anything that we do.
So are we gonna give that to everybody who already purchased?
Of course.
Okay, so everybody.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the people that bought it already.
Everybody who already purchased, yeah.
Okay. So take advantage of that. Okay. Increased value formula. It goes like this. I just want to cover that so you guys have the formula. You can use it yourself because you don't have the calculator right now. The number of units times the rent increase times the occupancy times 12 months divided by the cap rate equals the increased value. Okay. I'll do that one more time if you're taking notes so you see what it is. I'm sure you're writing it down right now. Number of units, most important number in real estate. In fact, in all investing, in all investing. I was with a guy who's worth $12 billion. He watched me do a presentation similar to this. He's like, you know, number of shares, number of units, okay, it's always how many? Number of sales, the number of units is the most important thing, times the rent increase, number of units, times the RI, times the occupancy, 90%, 95, 88, whatever, times 12 months. We don't do anything for 1 month in real estate. Divided by the cap rate, okay, and that equals the increased value of the property, okay? Now, let me just give you a little, this is hidden, huh? I'm gonna give you a little cheat sheet here, okay? So when you leave here, you have a financial target. Your financial target now, as of today, because I want to be around a bunch of millionaires, I have no interest in being around a bunch of people that picked up another 50 or 5 or 10. Like that's good for you and everything, but look, bro, I want you guys to go out and find $1 million. I'm going to introduce you to some people. No, not yet. But I'm going to introduce you to some people today that they came in here, picked up 600 units in the first year, 400 units, 800 units. They got into my environment, and they quit looking at this dumb stuff, no offense, and started scaling up, okay? So I'm going to show you, like if your target is $1 million, what's the easiest way to get to $1 million? I mean, the easiest way is just to go find $1 million and only buy real estate. But that's probably stealing, okay? Which then you go to jail and it doesn't end up, and Diddy's your
cellmate.
Your cellmate, okay? Okay, which is a very
scary.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
Johnson & Johnson moment. Okay, so check it out. If you do 4 units, you need to raise the rents about $1,250. If you're in a 6 cap environment, now you're like, man, I don't know all these terms. You're gonna learn the terms. We're gonna spend 2 days, all of you that joined, grantcardone.com/now, grantcardone.com/now. I'm going to show you all these terms. I'm going to slow everything down. I said I was going to be here 90 minutes, and we've already been here 90 minutes, okay? 95 minutes, okay? grantcardone.com/now. I'm going to slow all this down and show you the terms. But what I'm trying to do for everybody else right now is just kind of give you as much information as possible in the shortest period of time possible. If you go to 8 units, you only need to raise the rents $625. Right? If you go to 32 units, it gets easier. That's what you're going to notice here. I only need to raise the rents $157. Okay, now what am I looking for? I'm looking for something where maybe I'm in a 1,200 a unit market. I'm in Miami Gardens over here. What are the rents over there?
I'd say like $1,200.
Yeah, they're 1,200. Okay, let's say I found a property where the rents are only 1,000. So I'm like, okay, this could fit, man. I'll take the 1,000 to 1,157. I make $1 million if I have 32 units. Okay. By the time I get to 122 units, notice how much easier it gets. Okay. What is that? 41 bucks, 42. Only got to raise the rents $41. So the number of units means I don't have to raise the rents as much. Now what I have to find is something that's under market. How do I find that out? You got to study the market.
You got to start looking at deals all the time.
You got to look at deals.
How many deals do you guys look at to buy one?
I bet you I look at 25 deals every day. 25 deals. I could be in 7 or 8 different markets. I'm collecting data about deals. I get deals fed to me. I want to see deals. You guys that joined, I'm going to show you where to find the deals, get the deals, the list to get on. All this is free, by the way, okay?
I want to say one thing really quick, because I think a lot of people may be missing the significance of this math. This isn't just how you make the money on the deal. You guys, like all of you guys that are saying, hey, I don't have money to invest, you're not talking about this is the thing that you have to understand if you don't have money. Because this becomes your pitch to the investors. When you know how much the deal is being rented for under market, and it gives you the opportunity to tell a story to investors about the growth potential of the investment, that's how you get people to come in and invest money in the deal. Like Grant just went through a deal. I put 150 grand in the deal. By 2028, that 150,000 will have paid me over $1.5 million. How many of you would invest 150 grand to make 1.5 million? Probably everybody.
Yeah.
So you have to understand how to tell this story to the investors. That's where you do it without money. You get other investors to do it, but you have to be able to find a deal. You have to be able to tell the story about the property, why it's in a great market, why it's under rented. You got to go through all of these things so that investors go, I'm giving you the money in the deal. And then your equity, your sweat equity in the deal.
What did people pay to be here?
Free.
Okay. Adrian, what did I get when I came to this class that I paid for? Bro, you didn't pay anything. Okay? Like, I've already given you $1 million worth of advice 10 times. So, Adrian, what did I get when I paid before this class start? I'm confused. You didn't pay nothing, bruh. Okay? You paid 90 minutes. I'm giving you a tremendous amount of information. This is Jay-Z says, I'm giving you $1 million of advice for $9.99. You ain't paying nothing. I'm giving you $1 billion worth of advice. You didn't pay nothing, okay? So I'm showing you how to slide through the matrix and get rich. So you could still do a 2-unit deal. The duplex could work, guys. I'm not saying a duplex doesn't work. I'm saying you have to do it 10 times. And it's easier to do 20 units one time than it is to do 10 duplexes. So I'm showing you how to slide through this. I'm showing you what Bank of America and Wells Fargo won't show you because they don't lend money on these deals. Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac lend money on these deals. Wells Fargo and Bank of America and Citibank, they want to give you loans on your single family home because they know they make you a slave for 30 years. That's why that mortgage is 30 years. The loans on these are 10 years. You're not going to get a 30-year loan on this deal. Okay, now let me just bring you to my first deal. This is my first deal that I ever did. 1986, I put $3,500 down. The address is 1117 Sheffield, Bel Air, Texas. My loan was, my payments were $375. I was renting it for $575. I was making $200 a month. You showing the picture, Johnny?
Yeah.
That piece of property is still there. I bought this in 1986. Okay, what is that, 41 years ago. You go drive that property right now today, it's still there. The difference is the rents there today are about $2,000. Those rents are not $1,800, they're $2,000. No, $2,800. Let me see, 1117 Sheffield. Listen, y'all want to see what it is in real time? 1117 Sheffield. Zillow. Shit, it's still there. God damn, it's still there. Can you believe that? It's sold. I paid 48. What did I pay for it?
70.
No, I paid 3,500.
Yeah, 3,500. Yeah.
It sold June 22. It's been owned twice, me and then somebody else. It's June 22. It sold for $605,000. What did I pay for it? 3,500. My money would have gone up 20 times while I collected rent for 41 years. Okay. Now check it out. It's still 1,804 square feet. It's still the color. It still has the tree. The whole world's changed, bro. There was no iPhones back then. There was no pizza delivery. There was no Uber. There was no Tesla. There was no SpaceX. Shit, we didn't have Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, friggin' nothing, man. Okay? We didn't have these phones. We didn't have this. You couldn't do what I'm doing right now. That goddamn house is still there. Okay? Let's see what the rents are now. The rents. Where are the rents? Where are the rents? Rents are $2,615 a month. Okay, do the math on this. 2615 times 12. 2615 times 12. $31,000 a year in income. What did I pay for the place? $3,500. If I would have kept the damn place and not been a dum-dum, I could have put $3,500 down and every year got back $32,000. Every year. For how long? 40 years. Just the damn income would have made me $1 million. I should have never sold the asset. That was my first deal. I made a little money, boom, but I was stupid because I didn't know what I didn't know. My second deal, no money down, no money. I bought it for $92,000. I sold it 3 years later, picked up $32,000. Okay, now I'm going to give you that address. 54, I think the address was 5422 Brayburn. You know, that's the thing about my real estate, dude. I don't remember the chicks I was dating back in 1986. I mean, I remember some of them because some of them wild. Okay, shit, I'm like, God damn, you can fly. Okay, this property right here, yeah, that's it right there. Let me see, 5422. Let me see the old picture of it. Yeah, here's the old picture on Redfin. Bang, there it is. Shit, goddamn thing still there today. Okay, it was about 200 yards away from this water tower. And I shouldn't have bought it because of the water tower. So it wasn't the perfect location. I should have gone down about 2 blocks down, in this case, east, and I would have been right in the meat of this neighborhood. This property today is worth $1.2 million. What did I pay for it? What did I pay for it? I didn't put anything down. I got a loan for $92,500. I sold it for $122,000. I made $30,000, and I was stupid. I should have kept it. Why? Because it'd be worth $1 million today. Okay, and I didn't put any money down. I could have rented it the entire time. Now let's just see what the rent is on this little beast. The rent. The rent. Let's see where my rent is. I might have to go back to that other one. Rent, neighborhood. Let me go back to this one up here. Because they tore the house down, by the way. Somebody paid $1 million for the lot, tore the house down, and built the new house. The rent. Oh, is that what it says? $2,500 a month? God damn, I thought that was the rent of the last one. Seems like this rent would be more, doesn't it? $2,500 a month times 12, 30 grand. Oh, no. $2,500 a month. 2,500 times 12. Yeah, $30,000 a year. I don't believe that. I believe these rents would be way more than that. Yeah, that's what it says. $2,581 a month. Rent, home in Bel Air. See, now I get interested. I don't care about the presentation. Let me see here. Rent, Bel Air, apartments for rent. Yeah, I mean, just in apartments, look at this. Look at this house right here, $5,500 a month. $6,300 a month, okay? Look at this shit now. See, that rent estimate on you gotta know your market, folks. I know for sure that Bel Air would rent for $5,400. If it rents for $5,400, like I think it does, a brand new house, dude, big ass house, some family's gonna move in there, no mortgage, $5,400 times 12, it would make $65,000 a year. I paid $92,000 for the house. I put no money down and financed the rest. I would literally get my money back every year for the last 10 or 15 or 20 years. Okay, you get my point? Let me show you my third deal. Because these 2 deals were screamers. The third deal makes me look like Thor. Okay, third deal, 48 units. Cedar Woods LLC, Vista, California, 1991, I think. 48 units, I paid $1.9 million. I put $350,000 down, sold it 37 months after I bought it for $4.3 million. I put $2.4 million in my pockets plus the cash flow. Okay, this is how you get rich, folks. My third deal made me a millionaire. My first 2 deals, had I not sold them, would have also made me a millionaire. I'm 31 or 32 years old at this time, and I am not a millionaire. I'm working. I've been working since I was 16 years old, 16 to 31, 15 years, and I could not create $1 million. The thing that made me a millionaire was a deal. Okay, if you're taking notes, the fastest way to become a millionaire is to become a real estate investor. All right. Here's the unbreakable rules that I learned in those first 3 years. Number 1, write this down. Never compromise your location. I did on my second deal, not on my first and my third deal, but I did compromise on my second deal because I could take you down the block right now and show you the house would go from $1.5 million to like $4 million just because the location was better. Number 2, on the same street, by the way, 1% rule. There's a thing called the 1% rule. Okay, again, guys, we're going to close this offer down today. If you guys want to take advantage of this, this is real. This is real estate. We're in a correction market. Donald Trump is in office. He's going to provide tax advantages. You need to get your shit together so you can start buying real estate in 2025. Everybody here, if you guys are committed to getting rich in 2025, put "I'm committed" in the chat. I'm committed to getting rich in 2025. You're not going to quit your job. You're not going to start a new job. You're not going to have a new hustle. You're going to go buy a piece of real estate and you're going to make $1 million for you and your investors in 2025. And if I got to climb up your ass for that entire 12 months of the year, I will. But it's going to start with this. In 2 weeks, I'm going to share with you for 8 hours, four hours a day. In 2 weeks, I'm going to share with you. I'm going to slow all this down. I'm going to show you where to find the deal, how to fund the deal, how to underwrite the deal, and how to increase the value of the property. I'm going to teach you things like the 1% rule. If you don't know what the 1% rule is, the 1% rule is a guide to creating tremendous amounts of wealth to underwrite a deal. I'm going to show you the number of units because I'm going to actually walk you through platforms where I can find out how many units in the marketplace is the sweet spot and the most vulnerability. I can tell you right now today, 175 units has tremendous vulnerability in the marketplace. New construction has even more vulnerability. Number 4, I'm going to show you how to support debt in a deal where you're 100% guaranteed to get a loan, okay? If it can't support the debt, you're not going to do the deal, ever. If you bring me a deal that won't support debt, or you have to go to some special situation, I'm going to show you not to do the deal, and I'm going to show you a better deal to find. Number 5, I'm going to show you how to find markets that have locked out barriers, okay? Like there's just certain rules in real estate. For instance, if the topography is flat, Texas, Georgia, what else is, not Tennessee. Tennessee's not flat. We're going to have the Iowas, the
Kentucky,
y'all
Texas,
can't think of other places?
like
Florida.
West Texas, you know.
Florida's a little flat.
Flat, Dallas, Texas, Houston, Texas, Nebraska. The rents don't go up. Okay. You go to mountainous areas, you go to oceans, you go barriers, you have barriers to entry, you can't get in, you can't get out. Barriers could be highways.
You can't just keep building
barriers
out.
could be roads, barriers can be mountains, barriers could be the end of the, California, where there's barriers, rents go up, okay? Also, number 5, barriers include politics, okay? Where you have blue states enforcing rent controls, you will always get price increases. You guys that are in blue states, you will always get it shoved up your ass because they're like, we're going to help you. No, they're not. They're going to make it impossible to build. You need supply. Where it's hard to build, prices will go up. Number 6, you're going to buy below what's called replacement costs. We want to be below replacement costs, okay? So you got to know what it costs to build in your market. Like we're buying a deal right now in Melbourne. The cost to build is about $290 a door. We're paying $233 a door. I'm saving $57,000 on 300 units. That is $16,100,000 below replacement costs. I know going in, if I can be below replacement costs, I'm going to get back to that number at some point in time when building becomes impossible in that marketplace. Okay, number 7, underwrite to worst case scenario. What is my worst case scenario? Like in this case, I'm buying this deal right now. It's got an 85% occupancy, and I have a 5% cash flow. I'm breaking even. I could probably go down to 78% occupied. I'll never will, but I could probably go to 78 and still break even. So you want to know what your worst case scenario is. Number 9, if it doesn't cash flow, don't do it. Number 9, price is the least important metric. Don't worry about price. You guys get hung up about paying too much. Don't worry about the price. Price is least important. That's probably fifth or sixth piece of the puzzle. Number 10, you got to know your exits. You have to have more than one exit. Should I show them the little freaky deaky we're about to put on a deal?
Oh, yeah.
Or is it too much?
Nah, too much. Too much right now.
We created 2 more ways to exit a piece of real estate that we're going to bring to the marketplace. We're going to literally revolutionize real estate investing. Number 11, refi and never sell, okay? Meaning what Jared, I showed you that deal where we pulled money out again, and we're going to pull money out a 3rd time, all right? Now, this is what I want to invite everybody to do. If you guys didn't get it all, if you're a slow learner, if you don't have photographic memory, I want you to join us on this real estate interactive journey. I want to help you in your career. I want to do $1 million deal with you in 2025, and then I want to do those 10 more times. Listen to me. I don't want to do one $1 million deal. I want to do 10 $1 million deals and get you $10 million. To do that, you go to grantcardone.com/now. If you're committed, grantcardone.com/now. We're going to send you tickets to an interactive event that I'm doing in 10 days. It's a Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
Saturday and Sunday. You're going to join me. This is private, invite only. You have a perfect seat, okay? And you get the recording, okay? But I want you there in attendance. If you don't show up, you're not getting the recording, okay? I'm also going to give you the master class. You can go to my website right now. You can pay $10,000 for this if you want to. I'll give it to you, okay? It's 16 hours. It's a real estate master class.
Everybody in that room paid 10 grand to be in that room.
It was a live event I did that we recorded and edited. Everyone in the room, you'll see an audience in the room asking questions. These are professional real estate investors. I was paid $1.3 million to do this. We recorded it. I'm giving you this, okay? You get to keep this for life. You should share this with your family. You should keep it for your journey. You're going to listen to this. You're going to watch this. It's a video program. You're going to watch this. You own it forever, okay? I'm telling you, you could watch this 50 times, and every time you will see me, you will see something you didn't see the time before. I'm gonna also give you our dictionary, the multifamily real estate terms, also the coaching calls. We're gonna do 2 coaching calls with you, and unfortunately, we're sold out on or do you have any more spots?
No, we'll make more. They might not be today, but
it won't be today because we've had more people take advantage of this. I don't know if you have a bunch of names that we can share and congratulate people.
We'll get them ready right now.
Okay, thank you. Every Friday between now and the interactive event, we're going to do a 3 o'clock call. We're going to join you in
lots of Q&A.
A mentoring
lots of Q&A.
group that we have where all you get to do, you get to ask questions. Okay. In fact, anybody that joined today, let's just do a little Q&A at the end.
Okay.
If you guys want to start the Q&A today, we'll add another one. I'll do some Q&A with the audience today. If you join today, I'll do my best to do a Q&A with you here when we end here in a few minutes. We're going to give you the strategy call, the coaching calls. We're going to send a toolbox for you as long as you live in the United States. It includes a water bottle, how to create wealth investing in real estate. You're also going to get this book. This book is vital for you to have and follow along next week. And we're going to give you the tools that you need. Also, I'm going to give you the $297 in-store credit. There's a Christmas credit. I'm going to give you this today.
So you invest the $297, and then we're going to give you a $297 credit in our store to buy whatever you want, gear, programs, anything.
Any program you want. You want to buy a growth ticket next year. You go on our cruise that we just finished with 400 people, cruise that people are paying $55,000, $100,000, $150,000 to be on this cruise and donate to charity. You can put the $297 toward that. And I'm going to give you the increased value calculator and the instant underwriter calculator, so you know what to pay for an asset and the possible benefits or how fast, what you have to do to increase the value of it, okay? We're going to give you all that. We're going to do this today. I'm going to take it down here in the next 3 minutes. GrantCardone.com/now. GrantCardone.com/now. We will not offer this to you again, folks, okay? I'm not going to send you an ad. I'm not going to make another offer. You can't find it anywhere on the internet. It's not sitting at GrantCardone.com. GrantCardone.com. The only place you can get this, okay? This is the most you have to lose. For those of you who are like, Mom, man, I don't want to lose any money, okay? The worst thing that can happen to you is nothing, okay? You're going to give $297 on your card. That's a tax credit, by the way. The U.S. government allows you to write that off. And then I'm going to give you a $297 credit at my store. You virtually have paid nothing. Okay? I'm going to spend 2 days with you in 2 weeks. I'm going to give you 3 coaching meetings, and we're going to do private Q&A with you starting today, as well as you get the dictionary, the 16-hour masterclass, you get the book, you get the How to Create Wealth Investing in Real Estate. I'm going to give you the instant underwriter calculator for life and the increased value calculator. I'm going to do this $13,000 worth of tools. I'm going to give it to you for $297, give you a credit at my store for $297. And I want you to listen to hear, look at all these people. Congratulations to everybody who took advantage of this already. This is a no-brainer. This is like, you're stupid if you don't. No offense. This opportunity, like, you got to ask yourself right now why you wouldn't, okay? But for those of you that are super skeptical like me, I'm like the most skeptical person in the world. I asked Jared, I said, Jared, I want you to get the most skeptical, most negative students that we've ever have come through our program, and I want to like just do a nonchalant asking them questions. Is Tim on right now?
Is Tim Uselton on?
We're pulling it up right now.
Okay. Get Tim, get Natasha, get Eloy, Teresa, and Jake on. I want you.
Start with Tim.
Tim.
Yeah.
Oh, that's how you want?
that was how it was supposed to.
Okay. Tim, what's up, man?
Hey, what's going on, Grant?
Tim, are you a naturally trusting person?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I gotta figure things out. I gotta work through it in my own head sometimes.
So Tim, talk to me, man. What has happened for you? You have like 1,300 doors now.
That's right. Started 2 years ago.
2 years ago, you saw something like what we're doing today.
Yep.
And then you got involved.
Yep. 3 years ago.
What happened?
First interactive.
Where were you before you started, and where are you now?
We were doing fix and flips. We were doing short-term rentals. We thought that was the way to make money, and we couldn't. We realized after hearing what you had to say that we couldn't scale that like we can scale this.
And where are you guys now?
We're at 1,300 doors. We have a 2-pack right now under contract. We're going to close in January on another 339 doors.
And where you guys are in Dallas, right?
Yes, sir.
What's the average unit price over there?
About on Class A's, they're about $290 to $325 a door.
Yeah. So if I'm conservative, you're sitting on a $260 million real estate portfolio.
We got several Class B's and Class C's in our portfolio as well, Grant. So we're sitting on about $170 million. $170
million in 2 years.
Yep.
How many deals did you do on your own, by yourself, nobody else involved?
We did. We have a group of folks that you're going to hear from later. Actually, called out some names that are people that are working with us on our team. But we've closed 9 deals now. This will be number 10 and number 11.
But notice what he said.
2 years.
Notice what he said, though. He's got partners on these deals, guys. He didn't go acquire all these deals on his own. So if you're sitting there thinking, like, how do I get the money? How do I do this on my own? Most people don't.
Barry Sternlick has 140,000 units. He's got partners on every one of them.
Wow.
He's running. He probably doesn't have any money in any of those deals. Blackstone's never put money in a deal in their lifetime. They have partners. Tim, what would you tell people that are watching right now? Why should they do this right now before Christmas?
No doubt this is the time in the market when it's best to know real estate and to buy it. Over the next year, it's just a free-for-all. So many people are in bad debt products that, all this stuff I wouldn't have known. We didn't even know we could do this prior to knowing you. And you've just opened our minds and raised our belief lid so much that now we're looking at deals and raising $15, $18 million, where before, we were single-family home buyers. We were buying them to rent. So, I would tell people that need a little kick in the pants to join up, because the valuable information that you have coming out is fire. I mean, it's changed our life.
Hey, and you know, we had a great time, great time last week. Thank you guys for supporting our charity and spending 5 days with us on the Rich yacht. That was a blast, dude.
Oh man, you're telling me that was a trip of a lifetime.
Yeah, thank you, man. Great getting to know you guys. Tell your wife hello.
Thank you.
Let's bring
All right.
Natasha up. Natasha's been here since last year, March of last year, I think. And she was, I think she had a bunch of long-term rentals. Didn't you, Natasha, didn't you have a bunch of long-term rentals, like 20 long-term rentals?
Yeah, we have had 23 single-family homes that we were doing as long-term rentals. So just like Tim said, the scaling was not happening. And that first time that I ever saw you in person was at one of your real estate summits in March of 23. And when you were doing all that math up on the flip board there, that was it. I was sold. Knew I needed to be a part of you and everything that you teach, because the multiplication of everything and the scale of what you can do in multifamily is unmatched by any other asset to build generational wealth.
And then what do you have? What have you done in the last year? I mean, it's only been a year and 6 months now. What's your portfolio look like now?
So prior to March of 23, before my husband and I met you, we had 0 doors, no multifamily experience. In less than a year, we got 722 doors, and we have another 300 that are under contract with Tim, actually. So we're super excited because you gave us the confidence to understand how to underwrite, but more importantly, you introduced us to people in the room. The network is unmatched. To be able to be a part of what you do is incredible.
So you could be around 1,100, 1,200 units here by the first quarter of next year.
Yes, absolutely.
And why now? Why do you think right now is a better time than even a year ago?
Well, I think the best thing for anyone to do that's on this call is to say yes and show up and commit. That was where I had hesitancy. And for you to give all of us the confidence to know that we understand the deals and understand the market, and this is the right time, and you need to do it now. Don't wait until later. You'll never get it done. You just need to go all in. And the best way to do it is to join up with Grant and be a part of the 10X community.
You're phenomenal, buddy. And just to be clear, somebody said, are you the LP or GP?
I do both. So our first 2 deals were with LP, and now we've been GP on a couple of the deals, and we'll be GPs on this next one as well. So you have to learn in order to be successful. And the best way to do that, in my opinion, is to start as an LP, find the right team, and then move on up to the GP role.
Yeah, and let me just suggest to everybody out there that wants to do your own deal, guys, there's nothing wrong with being a limited partner on other people's deals, because what happens is you build a portfolio out. Because when I'm talking to a broker, I mean, unless you guys are in a position to say you have 15,000 units, you do not want to say that you're not a partner in a deal. You need, as fast as you guys can, speed is really, really important. So as fast as you guys get, you need to mock up that you're a real estate company. That means I probably need the name of a real estate company, right? So like, I'm Grant Cardone, Grant Cardone Training Technologies. When we got in the real estate business, I immediately started a name for a real estate company. I think it was Cardone Real Estate Acquisitions in the beginning. We don't have that name anymore, but we needed a name so that I'm not a teacher, an educator, or a motivator over here. I'm a real estate company. And Tasha, thank you so much for being here. Let's bring in Mr. Martinez, because he's Eloy. Eloy's got a fantastic story where he's got almost 400 units now.
Hey, Grant, how you doing? Hey, Jared.
Hey, what's going on, brother? Good to see you.
And Eloy, this is all this year, right? In 11 months?
Yep, that's right. So prior to getting...
hang on one second, Eloy. For everybody that kept asking, how long? Listen to this. 11 months ago, we met.
That's right. 11 months ago, we met through an interaction just like this. Tim and Natasha are my business partners, but I met them through you, and I started off in single family just like a lot of people do, and I also do new builds, but something that you always say is, you can't be a one doe. You know what I'm saying? And so we just have to make sure that we start and get this going.
Yeah, so his reference right now is, there's a joke I tell, say, don't be a one-door, rhyme it, okay? Don't be dependent upon one door, because the moment your tenant, Sabrina, moves out, I have to take care of the mortgage and the insurance. You guys are sitting on 300 doors now?
Yeah, so 339 doors that we have under contract, Grant, and total right now 892.
Yeah, that's
So it's
fantastic.
amazing.
Where do you live?
Dallas, the Dallas area.
Texas. Great market, man. Great market. Thank you, Eloy. I appreciate you. Is Teresa on? Teresa, how did you first get introduced to me?
Actually, I saw you on Undercover Billionaire.
Oh, yeah. When I had no real estate.
That was awesome. I loved it.
Yeah, thank you. What were you doing before you met me? What did you have?
In sales for 25 years, business to business sales, and then I had tipped my toe in real estate. I've always loved the business. Had some single family homes as rentals, Airbnb, but was trying to figure out how to scale it, and I just couldn't figure it out until I found you.
And then, so you had a couple of Airbnbs at the time. What do you have now?
I have actually sold the Airbnbs. I have one long-term rental left that I still have, but I sold the Airbnbs upon your advice, which was fantastic because then I've been able to roll that into other properties. Right now, we have under contract with my partners a property in Houston, Texas, 404 doors, apartment buildings there. So we're excited to move forward on that.
Yeah, and was that the deal that we saw that a couple of weeks ago? I was on that call with you, and we saw that you guys are getting done.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What price is that getting done at?
We're sitting at 35 million right now.
So that's what, like 90,000 a door?
Just under 80.
Yeah, and what are the rents there?
1153 are the average rents. We're going to be able to increase those with some upside that's available on the units. It's cash flowing great right now, and we're going to make it even better.
Yeah, so she's at the 125. She's at the one. I talked about the 1% rule. She's at the 125% rule. It's fantastic, man. Great to have you. I'm glad you're doing your deal, and I look forward to seeing you guys grow more. Thank you so much, Teresa.
Thank you.
Yeah, is we got anybody else on Jack?
Jake.
Jack?
Yeah, Jake.
Is it Jake?
Yeah.
Jake, what's up, man?
Hey guys.
How you doing?
Amazing.
You've been on hold.
Maybe an hour. I don't know.
Oh my God. Yeah. Sorry, Jake. I'm sorry I had you on hold so long. Jake, you were doing condos. What were you doing before you met me?
Before I met you, I had one unit. I had my condo that I started renting out. And actually, I was on a call like this about a year ago, and I was under contract with the triplex, and he told me not to do it. So I got out of it, took your word, went all into multifamily. So I went from like one unit. Now I'm a GP in over 205 doors.
What?
205 doors, GP and 200.
Dude, that's fantastic. You're a GP on 200 doors. You went from one door, a condo you were renting, to 200 units.
Yes. Yeah.
Now, is this your money you're using? Somebody else's money? Are you getting loans? How'd you do all that?
So I partnered with actually Tim. Actually today marks.
Are you rich? Or you just know other people that are doing the deal?
No, so I thought I was all that because I was using, almost no money down to buy a single family, and then partnered with other people here like Tim and Natasha, started raising money using other people's money, just like you're teaching.
Yeah.
And was able to scale up way faster. Like the math was just not working. The math was not mathing for that.
The math don't math, baby. Yeah. Jake, you're awesome, bro. Like what you guys are doing right now. See, folks, what you're hearing here is people that are networking. This is what I said to you. Jake, thank you, man. Thank you so much. And sorry we had you on hold so long. 5 things you got to have in real estate. You're like, wow, how do these people know each other? Well, because they're networking.
Within our community.
Everybody that does real estate networks. You guys are out there by yourself, man. You got more arrogance than like the greatest people that have ever lived in the history of mankind. I mean, Attila the Hun didn't go by himself. Alexander the Great didn't go by himself. Jesus didn't do anything by himself. You guys are trying to do shit by yourself. First, you got to find a deal. We have to get you educated to find a deal. Now, if you found a deal I loved, guess what? You could come to me and say, Grant, I've closed $500 million in cash this year. No deal is too big for me to buy, okay? So you could find the perfect deal. I don't know what value you add, but there has to be some value add. Otherwise, I can go do the deal without you. All right. So first, you got to have a deal. Bring me a deal. I'll look at it. That's how these people are connecting up. These people didn't know each other beforehand. First, you got to find the deal. Then we got to find a lender. Now, I know where the lenders are. There is no lender without the deal. Then we got to find the equity. The equity is the money, the cash. It's probably what you have a problem with. See, what you guys do is y'all use number 3 to try to find number 1. And number 1 is number 1 for a reason. It's in the right order. 1, deal. You're using number 3, which limits you to find the right deal. You understand? That's the problem. You don't have a network, so you go ask your uncle, what do you think? You ask your mama, Mom, what do you think, Mom? You ask your brother. Your brother can't even pay the rent. And you're asking him what he thinks or you go read a book, or you listen to Robert Kiyosaki, or you go listen to Boo Boo and Baba, or you go listen, like who are you listening to? You guys listen to too many people, you do nothing. If I get advice from 5 different people about where to go, I will go nowhere. And number 5, what's number 5? Who knows what number 5 is? Put number 5 down if you can remember it. Without looking.
Who's got it? Who's
Look,
got it?
there are thousands of people in this room.
Aaron got it.
Yeah, but you see, the problem is you guys already forgot. Okay? How do you get confidence? You don't get that. You don't get that going to the dentist. The dentist cleans your teeth. You don't walk out with confidence. You walk out with brighter teeth, maybe. Maybe you do feel better, but you don't know how to clean. You don't know how to do that. Right? You get a surgery. You don't know how to do the surgery. You get some information on how to buy real estate in 90 minutes. You don't know how to do anything yet. We want to help you with this network over the next 3 weeks. Now in the end of the year. Now in the end of the year, let us work with you 2 days after Christmas. Spend 8 hours with me. Let me slow this down and go over the terms. What is NOI? How to find the deal? What sites to go to? How to use the calculators? I'm giving you this stuff today. I'm going to give you the book. I'm going to give you the master class. I'm going to give you the coaching calls. I'm going to give you 2 days with me. But let me help you and support you between now and the end of the year. It's only 3 weeks left in this year. Let me support you in the next 2 or 3 weeks to get you started on your real estate career in 2025. The website's grantcardone.com/now. grantcardone.com/now. Strategy call. That's available for you right now, okay? Second thing, the instant underwriter calculator. I'm going to give it to you. You get to keep this for life. It'll stay on your phone, your tablet, your computer. You can access it anytime to underwrite a deal the way I would underwrite a deal. Literally takes 6 seconds. Did I?
You were just midway through.
Okay. The coaching calls, the real estate masterclass, the strategy calls, the dictionary, a $297 credit at our store. Yeah, but I'm missing something, guys.
You were in the middle of.
Where's the underwriter? Where's the underwriter? Where's my underwriter? No, the underwriter's not in there. Okay, you do it then.
I got it up for you, G.
Okay, but it's not. So the underwriter is how do I underwrite the offer? Okay. Where's the instant value calculator? See, we just missed it, okay? So I just want to make sure you guys understand what you're getting exactly. 2 days with me, the real estate masterclass, the dictionary, every Friday between now and the date?
28th and 29th.
28th and 29th. We're going to get a support call of Q&A. We're going to start some Q&A here in a second for everybody that joined. We ask everybody that didn't join are going to get dropped off here. One-on-one strategy call with one of our team members, instant underwriter calculator, the increased value calculator that was left off here. That's why I'm asking for it. The dictionary and the strategy call for $297 with a credit for $297. Look, folks, we've done this with a lot of people and helped a lot of people. There's nothing, I started today by saying there's nothing more than I love than helping people. It is the greatest deposit in my spiritual accounts is helping other people. Scott Porter, since following Grant's real estate, he went from 3 units to 460 units, okay? Jason and Zeba. Jason and Zeba basically built a 800 unit portfolio in 1 year. For all of you asking, how long does this take? In 1 year, that's 70 units a month. Okay, Nelson Lee. Nelson, I see Nelson all the time. 3 times a year he's got 66 units under contract right now. He's a great dude. We've done a bunch of stuff together. Sal and Stephanie, I just spent a week with them on a boat. 1,600 units since they got involved with us. They have more money, more freedom, less stress in their lives. Get started with it, okay? This is an unbelievable time right now to buy real estate. It is a great time. It's a great moment in time. It's a great moment because of the Trump election and everything that's happening in real estate. Why aren't you doing real estate deals right now? Probably because you don't know where the deals are. Where's the deals? How do I find a deal? How do I assess a deal? Where do you get debt from? You don't know where to get the equity from. You don't have a network and you don't have confidence. That's why you're not doing deals. Okay, we want to help you. We want to support you. Now, this is what you can do today. Today, number one, you can take what you have and go use it. You could also take what you have and lose it. You know, because I don't use it, I'm going to lose it. Everybody agree? Remember, one deal can change your life. One single deal can change your life. So one thing you could do today is take what I gave you. There's tens of thousands of people. There was 60,000 people that joined us. Of the 60,000 people that join us, I promise you, I'm just being honest with you, full disclosure, 90% will do nothing. You do nothing, walk away excited, you're going to go study something else. 2, you could go do it your own. Do it yourself.
DIY, baby, DIY.
Yourself, okay? Like Home Depot. Now, if I go tell you to change the starter on a car right now, and you've never changed a starter on a car right now, you could do it on your own. Your plumbing, whatever you're trying. You could do anything on your own. The question is, how long is it going to take you? How much confidence will you have? How much money and energy will you waste? And how much will you screw it up? You can go make cookies on your own. Don't mean they're going to come out right. And the third thing you can do is do it with me. Okay? You'd be doing me a pleasure. You'd be doing me a service. Okay? Okay? How many of you appreciate just what we've done for you today? You're like, dude, just the last 2 hours has been phenomenal. Okay? Good, man. Let's not end it here, okay? Let's not end it here. Let's continue doing something that's incredible. If you enjoyed today, trust me, you're going to enjoy 2 days of this because I get to slow it down, don't have to rush, and get to answer a lot of questions like we're about to. The website is grantcardone.com/now, grantcardone.com/now. It's just simple, grantcardone.com/now. You go there, you put in your credit for $297, I'm gonna give you a credit. Now, if you're ready to go and you know you wanna do this, okay, and then you don't, there's 2 reasons why that could be happening. And there's only 2 reasons, okay? Number 1, you don't have the money, okay? If you don't have the money, just put it in the chat. Man, I just don't have the money, that's my problem. Or number 2, and I want to see those, or number 2, you're just a skeptic and you don't think it's going to work. It's one of those 2 reasons. There's no other reason. Okay? So we got Alicia doesn't have the money. Rishon doesn't have the money. Carolyn doesn't have the money. I don't have the $297. I don't have the money. Yeah. Okay, good. Jordan's like both. Grant, do you have a group for commercial real estate? Bro, all we're talking about is commercial real estate. I'm talking about commercial residential real estate. Okay, I have 1 million square feet of office, 15,000 apartments. We have about 200,000 square feet of retail. It's all the same, okay, whether it's office, retail, apartments, okay? Grant, I have the money, no money, truck might get repoed, don't have the money, money and experience, no money, I don't have the money, don't have the money, okay? Please help, I don't have all the money, I have some. Thank you, Merry Christmas, you're awesome, no money. I just have the money. Money, will your program work for foreigners? Yes. Singapore, Cincinnati, it don't matter. okay? I've said it, I have the money, I'm in. Okay, so look, watch this. Let me ask you guys this. If you knew 1,000% this was gonna work, everybody said they don't have the money. If you knew for sure, guaranteed for sure, you were gonna make, your first deal would make you and your investors $1 million. If you knew for sure 100% that your first deal would make $1 million, could you find the 297? Okay, I want you guys that said you don't have the money, I want you to answer that question. If you knew for sure, 1 million.
Here's the plan. We get the warhead and we hold the world ransom for $1 million.
If you knew for sure, dude, could you guys find the 297? Just put yes or no. Yes or no. If you knew for sure, let's just do this. If you knew absolutely for sure, could you, Jennifer, then find it? Yes. Aaron, yes. Peter, yes. Barbara, yes. Okay, so really, guys, this is really not about the money. It's really about you don't think it's going to work. Because if you knew for sure it was going to work, okay, you would do it. So this is what I'm going to do for everybody, all right? I am going to give everybody that's already made a decision, a 100% money back guarantee, or yeah,
that's better.
That's easy.
Yeah.
And Merry Christmas. And let's make 2025 your first $1 million year. Okay? So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take this link down. We're gonna answer.
Just to be clear, if you make this when you make this investment today, and you come to the 2-day event, and you do not believe that the 2-day event was worth the $297 investment, we will give you 100% of your money back.
We're going
to take the credit back.
Yeah.
We're going to take the credit back. If you spend the $297 credit, then we can't refund you. But if you didn't spend the credit, we're going to give you 100% of your money back, and you're going to get to keep the masterclass, the calculators, and the digital stuff that we send it. That's on us.
This guy says, man, you're good. 297 times 100 people is $44,000. That's what he said. You don't even have the math right, bro. 297 times 100 people is what? $297,000?
$29,000.
$29,000. Okay. I spent $1 million advertising this event to get you in a chair to even watch this. I'm not in this for freaking $29,000. I'm in this to create a community around me. I have 16 million people that follow me online. 160,000 people do business with me every year. And 18,000 people have given me $1.5 billion to manage. I want to buy more real estate. That's what I'm here for. I'm not here for the $20,000.
And a lot of people are asking, where's the 2-day event? I can't afford the plane or the hotel, all that stuff. This is a virtual event. So you can, right where you're sitting right now, best seat in the house, that's where the event's going to be taken.
You're going to open up your phone, you're going to open up your tablet, you're going to open your computer, okay? You're going to show up. And by the way, we're going to get you the recording of this, of the 2 days, so that when you see it, like you really don't need the recording of this. I know you think you want the recording. What you need is this. This is $10,000 at my website. I'm giving it to you, okay? Literally giving it to you, okay? Now, this is something you are going to learn from and use repeatedly throughout your career. This is what we use for the Q&A calls. Because the problem with most of you, you don't even know the right questions to ask. You don't know the right questions to ask. Are you bringing that in? Just go ahead and do it. So you got to know, hey, dude, what am I looking for here? What piece of information do I need to be asking? All right? So, again, we're going to close this down in 6 minutes. 6 minutes. I'm going to take some Q&A right now. This will be our first Q&A. So if you've already taken advantage of this,
congratulations.
Congratulations. That's who I'm going to take the Q&As from. So make sure you guys vet out who's coming in for the Q&A, because I'm going to take the Q&A from the people that have already joined. We're going to take this down in the next 6 minutes or 16 minutes. What do you think? 6 minutes. We'll take it down in 6 minutes. GrantCardone.com/now. There's a Christmas present for everybody here. Maybe you don't want it for yourself. Maybe you don't believe in yourself. Buy it for your son. Okay, give it to your son. We're going to do this after Christmas. We're going to start after Christmas. Give it to your husband. Don't be so selfish, man. Give it to your banker. He'll do it.
Give it to your daughter.
Give it to your daughter. I forgot about the daughters out there. Do you still know how to underwrite a real estate deal?
I might be a little rusty.
Let's go. Let's go. She's rusty, but look, I'm going to show you. This is completely ad lib. We got a mic for her. I'm going to give you a deal. Okay? I'm going to give you a deal.
Okay, you might have to help me out.
Okay? I'm going to give you a calculator right here. All right? So we're going to take a deal that has, it's got $100,000 of cash flow. It's got $100,000, I'm sorry, of NOI. NOI.
Okay.
Boom, boom. Is this
Boom,
working?
boom.
It is? Okay. We got $100,000, and it trades for a 6 cap.
Okay.
What is it worth?
So if I'm right, we have to multiply that by 6%, yeah? Divide by 6%. There we go. Good, good, good. That always gets confusing. By 6% equals 277,000?
Nope.
77,000?
How many zeros you got there, dude?
6. 5.
Huh? Do it again? Man, this is not turning out too good.
It's the calculator, guys. It's the calculator.
Yeah, yeah.
I told you I'd be a little rusty.
How old are you?
I'm 15. 100,000.
Yeah.
Divided by 6%.
No, 0.06. That's the
Well,
problem.
yeah, but we put
oh, you did
percent.
percentages. So how much?
1,666,000.
Yeah, put that number down.
So the number is going to be 1,666,000, and then more sixes.
Yeah, yeah. So you could
And
just
there we
round that up to 1. That would become a 7.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, so now watch this. Now I'm going to show you another way to do it. I want you to sit in front of my instant calculator, okay? And I'm going to give you some more complicated situations. You
This
hold
is
this.
helpful. You don't need to practice for this.
Yeah. Now I'm going to have you use this. Let's see how long this takes you, okay?
Okay.
Okay. You're going to sit down and you're going to plug in the numbers, okay? I bought a 14-unit complex.
Okay.
By the way, 14 units can work. By the way, if I could find 4 14-unit deals, I'd have 64 units.
Okay. What's the market rent?
The market rent on this deal is $1,750 a month. Put her on a timer, guys. Let's see how long this takes. Okay.
Any other income?
Yeah, there's about 3% other income.
Great. Occupancy?
It's 100% occupied all the time.
Really?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
And it has about 35% expenses.
Okay. Great. And what's the cap rate?
What should I offer? It's a 6.18 cap.
1.8 cap, and you should offer 2,800,000. Yeah, you get it.
We should offer $2.8 million for the property. She knows immediately. No, notice that took her a second. She's got a calculator. She's not sure. Boom, this is instant. Everybody that grabs this today, I'm giving you this instant underwriter calculator. What I need to give you also, though, is what cap rate should you be paying? What is the occupancy? What are the expenses? Okay, you like that?
I do like that.
Doesn't that make it easy?
Yeah, it makes it
Don't
so
you
easy.
feel like you have more confidence now?
For sure.
Okay, now let's do this. I want to do this other one, and I want to do the I want to do the increased value calculator.
Where's that?
Okay, now we're going to take 15,000 units that I own.
Right.
This is what you're going to inherit.
Okay, cool.
Okay, put the 15,000 in there.
It's already in there.
And then I'm going to tell you that we had a $1,000 per unit rent increase.
Wow.
Because let's say 15 years from now, I'm not around anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to go in and raise the rents $1,000 on everything.
Okay.
Because they'll be $1,000 higher. How many of you agree they're going to be $1,000 higher in the future anyway?
There's a new sheriff in town.
New sheriff. My name's Sheriff Sabrina, and I'm a new sheriff, and I'm going to be a rich sheriff too, by the way.
I'm going to be raising the rent.
Okay, you're going to raise the rent, and the occupancy is 94.68%.
94.68%.
Okay, and the cap rate is a 5 cap rate.
Okay.
And then don't show this, Johnny. Don't show this. Okay, and let me see. Did I do everything?
I think we already showed it.
Okay, did we already show it, Johnny?
A little bit, but it's down now.
Yeah. What's the increased value of your portfolio? The increase.
$3.3 billion.
Billion dollars.
Billion dollars.
Play that little guy again. Play the evil man. $3 billion. Now, guys, let me ask you guys that are watching this right now. Would I be giving her a gift to, one, have the portfolio, but more importantly, to educate her how to manage it, grow it, scale it, and raise the rents?
I think yes.
She's 15, man. Give this to your kids right now, folks. Get them focused on this. Your kids don't want to work for a living. Nobody wants to work. People want to invest. They want to become investors. Do you have the evolution of the investor, the student? Thank you, champ. You're awesome, okay?
Thank you very much.
But you're phenomenal, buddy, okay? Okay? People have to become, you guys have to make a commitment, and then we're going to do some Q&A. You guys are going to sign them up, right? You're going to sign them up. Okay, watch. You start as a kid. She's a kid. She becomes a student. She becomes a part-time employee. She's already done that. A full-time employee. She's already done that. She starts managing people. This is the evolution. This is how you're going to evolve. Maybe you're a manager, okay? Then you become an executive. Hopefully you become a partner, and then you become a CEO. I hope you keep growing past the CEO level. Okay, I want you guys to write down where you're at in this evolution. Maybe you're an investor, and then hopefully you give all your money away. Okay, unfortunately, a lot of people aren't going to become philanthropists because they end up with nothing, because they were never an investor. The evolution, the 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, these are 10 stages that you're going to go through from being a kid. Where are you right now? CEO. We got Michael's a CEO. Good, Michael, we got to grow to investor, philanthropist, okay? Executive partner, part-time employee. Raymond's a CEO, okay? Full-time employee, investor. See, guys, I can hijack this whole process by being anywhere on that scale, from the kid to the student to the part-time, and I can literally take the investor at the other end of the spectrum, and I could really drop that in where I'm a full-time employee. So what I'm doing, what I'm suggesting right now is where it says full-time employee right there, I could bring the investor way up here in the scale and drop him in by real estate right here. Without starting another company, without becoming a coder, without being an inventor, I could literally buy a piece of real estate that is already in place and expedite. I could go from full-time employee to investor and not be the manager, not be the executive, not be the partner, not be the CEO, and just jump to the end of the elevation of where you want to go anyway. Okay? All right.
I got some questions. Okay. So
hang on. GrantCardone.com/now. GrantCardone.com/now. If you want to take advantage of this, we're going to shut this down here in about 4 minutes. Okay, I gave you an extension on it. GrantCardone.com/now. We're going to be linking you to the package. You'll get the entire email sent to you. You'll get the instant underwriter calculator. You'll get the increased value calculator, the real estate masterclass. You'll get scheduled for the strategy call, when it is, where it is, and a time and a link. And also the real estate coaching can be done in-house without you going anyplace. It'll be a phone call. And we'll send you a link to the 2-day live event in 10 days. Go ahead.
Frank asks, what's the ideal first deal size?
Ideal first deal size is 32 units.
So minimum 32 units.
You could go to 16. If you go to 16, I need a $400 rent bump. If you go to 32, I need a $200 rent bump.
Where is the best place to find deals?
Well, there's a lot of best places. There's not one best place. So there's, the best place of the best places is probably the biggest broker in your market, is a commercial real estate broker. That would be
CBRE,
JLL, Cushman Wakefield, JLL, East Deal. These are all names of big companies that control these assets. LoopNet would be a decent place for names, not deals. CoStar, Crexy, our deal finder. We have a deal finder in-house that we use here. Mm-hmm. Go to the city records. Like, there's so many places to find deals. There's abundant amount of deals out there and places to find them.
So a lot of people were asking about a no money down deal.
Yeah.
And so I just want to clarify too, like you don't have to put any of your own money into the deal. So maybe can you just give an example of somebody who finds a $4 million deal that's 40 units. So it's a deal. And they need to raise the money. How would that
You're going to get the deal under contract with an LOI. They're going to accept the LOI. You have 45 days to get the money together. You got 30 days on the LOI, maybe 30 to 45 days right now is probably on the due diligence. So this costs you nothing to get this. This is free. And then probably have another 30 to 90 days to get the loan. Okay? This is the way I would structure the deal. I know right now going into this deal, you guys don't know this, but all I need is $1 million to raise because I'm going to get $3 million as a loan. I already know this deal services this loan. So it goes like this. First the deal, and then skip to this. Don't do this one yet. So basically, how do you eat a building? One bite at a time. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time if you want to eat one, right? So first the deal, and then I go find out if I have the perfect deal, I know who the lenders are to give me 75% of that deal as a loan. Like I can get a loan on any deal for anyone, anytime, in the worst of times, as long as that deal, senior, does certain things. Then now I go and I go to my investors and say, see, you flip the model. Now you got to learn how to tell the story. Okay? Oops. Hey, I have this great deal. It's $4 million. It should be $6.5 million. I stole it. I'm under replacement costs. I already have a loan for $3 million. Okay? Or I have investors for the $3 million, and I'm looking to raise the other $1 million. Okay? Okay, I'm going to put 100,000 of the $1 million down, or 10,000, whatever your number is. I got 25,000 of that. I'm going to run it, manage it, handle it, pick up the checks, distribute the money. I'm doing all the damn work, all the legal, all the documentation, all that's out of my ass, okay? And I need $975,000 to finish the deal. And I basically have 10 guys, and I want 10 guys to put in $97,000. Okay?
Or 10 guys to put in $100,000 and get all of it.
Or one guy and we split it, and there's just two of us. Like whatever. Now you got to figure out how to talk to people. Or, hey, come to my club. We do a club on Wednesdays. There's 1,500 people in the club that are already invested in deals as GPs, LPs, investors, etc.
And could you just do the next step on that, where you're like, hey, this property is going to produce X amount of dollars, and I'm only going to get paid on the upside, so they can just get an idea of why somebody would do this?
Well, so the reason somebody would do this is because they don't have the time to do this. So you're like,
the investor doesn't have the time to do it.
They don't
manage it.
The guy's a chiropractor. He's a dentist. I got a buddy who's worth $12 billion. He's in Prague. He's with me one day in Prague. The next day, he's pitching pharmaceutical companies to take his company to $25 billion. He ain't got time for real estate deals. But he's got money. He's like, here, boom, here's 15 million. Go do your thing. You guys like, I don't know those people. Of course you don't know them. Why would anybody know you? You don't have anything to talk about other than the house you live in. The people with money aren't coming to your house. Like you just have things, we've all been miseducated. So if I have a $4 million deal and I go get a $3 million loan, do you guys understand how easy it is to go to investors now and say, I already have the loan, I already have the deal, I have the loan, they already checked it off and said they're going to do the deal, I got the insurance on the property, title on the property, everything's done, and by the way, it's going to cash flow $70,000 a year. This is the free cash flow of the deal. And by the way, I'll give you the whole 70. You get all the cash flow. I get nothing. All I get is what I can increase the cash flow. So you get the cash flow. I get the increase of the cash flow. How much you think you can increase the cash flow? I think I can increase the cash flow so that the property's worth $6.5 million. That's how I benefit. You put in the money, I found the deal, I managed the deal, you get all the cash flow, the first 70 grand. I get nothing until I increase that. And then I get all the cash flow. So if I can get another $20,000 a year or $20,000 a month, I keep the rest of the cash flow. But I know this, my goal is to get the cash flow to where we can go get a new loan on this thing, blood. Check it out, okay? Okay, I'm gonna get a new loan on the deal. It's worth $6.5 million with 70% of that. It's $4,550,000. Watch this, okay? I owe this guy $1 million, okay? Watch this. I'm gonna get a new loan for $3 million. I owe $3 million. I'm gonna get a new loan for $4.5 million. I owe my bank $3 million. I'm going to pay them off. Boom, that's paid off. I'm going to pay him off. Here's your $1 million back, bro. He made $70,000 a year for 2 years. I mean, maybe the agreement's set up like this. I gave you 70 grand. I gave you 70 grand. That's all he wanted. Maybe that's all he wanted. And now I own the real estate, okay? I own the real estate. There's still $550,000 left over. Maybe I give him the 100% of the $550,000. I'll say, here's your check for $550. Here's your $1 million. Go away. I own the real estate. I have no money in it. I just made $1.5 million. I have no money in the deal, and it only took me 2 years to do that. I can show you guys how to structure all this. I can't show you how to do it in 90 minutes.
Best place to find investors when there's nobody you know that has money?
One, you got here.
Yeah, get in a better room.
Like, you're in the wrong room, dude, okay? You're not getting value because your stuff is in the wrong position. If you find if you go to the grocery store, you can buy a bottle of water for $1. Mm-hmm. You take that same bottle of water, Aquafina, and you move that to a Super Bowl. That bottle of water is worth $8 now. You move it to a strip joint, okay? Now it's worth $18. Like, you give it to a man that's going through the desert and he hadn't had water in 2 days, now it's worth a Bitcoin. Like you're in the wrong position. If you're not getting the value you deserve out of your life, it is because you're in the wrong location. Don't improve the quality, improve the location.
Does seller finance work with multifamily?
100% it does, okay? Now, that being said, it cannot be an institutional quality asset because they can't get involved in that. But it could be some old guy like that 66 units in Claremont. That was an individual that owned the property and he'd owned it 25 years, okay? He's a perfect person. There's plenty of owner financing out there on some of these smaller deals, 16 units, 32 units, 50, 48 units. I could have done it on my first 48 unit deal. I just didn't know how to do it.
VA loans, VA is currently offering me 0% on a 4-unit deal. Should I take it?
100%. I love those.
What do you see happening with rates over the next couple years?
Well, if interest rates don't come down, we'll have a recession of epic proportions by 2026. It'll be magnified by a debt problem. So I expect that Donald Trump is going to put his foot on the throat of the Fed and drive interest rates down to zero. Either way, look, every scenario suggests to me that we're going to move into a recession. That's good for interest rates going down. Long-term interest rates should come down. We should have the cheapest money on the planet all the time, 100%. We should have the cheapest money on the planet all the time. And Germany's already got cheaper interest rates. Japan's got cheaper interest rates. I mean, every country on the planet basically has, unless you're a third world, Venezuela, Argentina situation, you have cheaper interest rates in America.
You talked about raising rents. Why wouldn't a property owner just raise the rents on their own?
Because the guy, let's say this guy that has this $4 million property, you don't understand. He bought it in 1982 for 400 grand. He collects more rent than he paid for it. Every year he collects more rent than he paid for it back in 1982. He collects the full price every single year and has for years. He doesn't need to move the rents. He doesn't want to move the rents. He doesn't want anybody to leave. He doesn't want to talk to anybody. So you remember that deal that I sold? You know, I sold the deal. I'll tell you a deal I did in Round Rock, Texas, outside of Austin. I bought the deal in January. I sold it in like June. I made $4 million. I didn't do anything. Somebody came along, they saw something I didn't see. And I thought I tricked him. I'm like, I got you. I got you, I got you. And then I'm like, no, he got me. He knew what the rents could do, and I didn't. He moved the rents. He made $26 million more than he paid me. I sold it to him for $20 million. He sold it for $46 million like 4 years later. I made $4 million in like 5 months. I didn't see what he could see.
On the coaching calls and the offer, will we be able to ask more questions?
100%. You get to ask as many questions as you want.
And then is there a workbook for us to go through during the 2-day training?
Yeah, here's your workbook. This is the workbook that we're going to follow. Okay, this is 67 pages, and we'll go through every one of these pages, including interactive breaks where I'm going to give you an exercise and then ask you to fill it out and then start answering your questions directly. So we slow everything way down. I apologize to everybody for going so fast today. I promise you only do 90 minutes. We've been here 2 hours and 47 minutes right now. And so we try to get as much done as possible. I hope many of you you're brilliant geniuses and you know how to duplicate everything. You just go off and use it. Give me credit later. Say, man, Grant Cardone started me on his real estate career. That's all I want. For you, those of you who join, what I want for you guys is success. So that I can bring you on the calls and introduce Edward, Roxanne, DeSpreader, Tanika, Sherry Brooks, David Bonato, Brett, Christopher Rogers. I want to be able to bring you to my audience 3 months from now, 6 months from now. The sooner the better, by the way. That I can bring you onto my stages and say, look what Sanchez did. Look what Anthony did. Look what Sabrina did. When Sabrina comes up here and shows you guys how to underwrite a deal, it's pretty impressive. Everybody expects me to know how to do it. But when I can share my knowledge with other people and other people know how to do it, I'm giving Grant out.
Lisa Roberts said, you mentioned a credit and a money-back guarantee. Can you explain how the money-back guarantee works?
Yeah, look, if you don't like, at the end, 2 weeks from now, if you don't like what we do in 2 weeks, you just call my office and say, I want my money back. I'm going to take the credit back. I'm going to send you a credit back on your credit card. And I'm going to wish you Happy New Year because Merry Christmas will be over.
And then Connor said, can we just invest with you?
Well, I can show you guys some super interesting things that is about to happen in real estate. That I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to show you guys how to take real estate and put it on steroids. Okay, we're actually just launched a program. Real estate over, I believe, the next decade. I'm a pioneer. Something in real estate that's never been done before. Because real estate, you have to remember, real estate is probably the most stable, dependable, most proven long-term asset in the world. I'm including gold, silver, dollars, treasury bills, everything. And I'm going to show you something we're doing right now. How many of you here are accredited investors? Put in the box if you're an accredited investor. Accredited investor. We just opened this up. Damn it. Yeah, okay. Let me see here. I'm going to open this up right here. Let me see if this is going to be too small for you guys. Can you see this, Johnny?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm going to try to open something else up.
Barb's accredited. Bob's accredited.
Yeah, help me out there.
Simona's accredited. Brian's accredited. Audion is accredited. CR's accredited.
Accredited means you make $200,000 a year.
You make $200,000 a year for the last 2 years, or you have $1 million worth of net worth or assets.
Okay, that's not what I want. So.
You want them to pull up the?
No, because they didn't get me. Okay, I'm gonna show you this one. Okay, this one's not the one I want to show you, but.
Gee, we have the PDF, the slide deck of everything. If you want us to pull that up.
What slide deck?
The one that you used at the event a couple of days ago, here in the classroom.
The slide deck?
Yes, with the new fund that you're working on.
You do? You have that one?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let me see, Johnny. Let me see before I do that. Hold on. Nope. Okay. I'm gonna show this one. Let me just show this one, Johnny.
Alrighty.
This might look a little crooked. I'm going off the fly here. Okay. You see how crooked it is? Is it me that's crooked, or is it that's crooked?
No, I don't think you're crooked.
No.
No.
Okay. So this is what we just launched. Okay. We just launched a deal. It's $87,500,000 fund. This is good that I get to tell you guys about it, okay? We're going to buy a piece of property. We found a specific piece of property. This goes with targets. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to take real estate and try to 10x the returns on it to our investors. And so you start with the target. How can I provide a 10x return on real estate? Okay, well, you can't just do that on real estate. You have to add something to the real estate that would give it the punch. Now, I've been studying this for almost 7 years now, and I've never until today discussed it publicly. We just launched a real estate Bitcoin fund because we're comparing it to traditional real estate. Now, Johnny, I'm at the bottom. Can you move me up a little bit or something because it's a little low? And I want them to be able to see the bottom of this thing.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, this is what we did with this deal. We're going to add, basically, there you go, perfect. We're going to take the cash flow from the real estate. If you see the bottom line down here, see that bottom line? That's real estate at 15% internal rate of return. This is typically what real estate does over long periods of time. You see that bottom line? We take $87.5 million, and over 7 years, we should almost double our money, which is phenomenal return. It's about 100 and what's 15 times 7 is what, 105% return? So it's almost a double our money. 87 million becomes 164, very little risk, cash flow every month. There's no debt on this. Okay, you see the blue line? There's no debt. Debt changes the return. So if I put debt on this deal, I could probably get to like a 200% return. Okay, go back, Johnny. See that? It's 164. 164, if I take 164 million, in this case, $1 million, divided by 87 equals 193% return. 193% divided by 7 years, it's 27% a year. It's actually phenomenal, okay? Now, what I'm going to do is rather than distributing, this deal is going to cash flow at about $3.3 million a year, $3.6 million a year. Every month, we're going to dollar cost average into Bitcoin. And over the first 4 years, we're going to buy $14 million worth of Bitcoin. Doesn't matter the price, 100,000, 70,000, 120, 140, I don't care. It doesn't matter to me what the price is. I had a meeting with Mike Saylor 2 weeks ago, and we came up with this new vehicle that we're gonna bring to the public marketplace. This is gonna make me a billionaire about 5 different ways. Like literally in the next 2 or 3 years, I'll go from $1 billion, $1.2 billion in net worth to maybe $5 or $6 billion in net worth personally, and share another $8 billion with our investors, okay, if this works. So we're going to take a $72 million piece of property, we're going to add $15 million worth of real estate, and we're going to add another $14 million worth of real estate that was bought from the cash flow. Go back to the graph, Johnny. Now watch what happens in year 1, okay? And let me just see what in year 1, if we have just the returns, these are based on returns from 4 years, 8 years, and over 12 years of Bitcoin. We're basically supposing or assuming some different responses from the Bitcoin. First year, 32%. It's average 64, by the way. I cut it in half. Okay, year two gives me an average of 50% a year. It's happened without the real estate, by the way. I have the real estate and the Bitcoin combined. In the third year, go back to the slide. In the third year, we would have a 327% return, and then all of a sudden have this violent downward move in the fourth year that cut our returns almost in half. Over 7 years, okay, imagine this, in 7 years, our $87 million portfolio would be worth almost $1 billion. And that assumes that Bitcoin hits, in this example, about $3 million. Okay, now, I'm going to show you what happens to money now. And I can back all these up. I can back every one of these numbers up.
Well, this is all just assuming that Bitcoin continues to do what it's been doing.
Yeah. And the prediction models that are in place right now. So let me just go back here to, let's see, do I have Did they change it for me? God damn it. No, there it is. There's the Bitcoin fund. Okay. So this analysis, can you see these, Johnny? This assumes
Yes, sir.
100,000, 1,700,000. I'm going to cut this all back. I'm going to go, let's say we hit 250 this year. Okay. The guy from VanEck Fund, they own about, I don't know, $5 billion worth of Bitcoin right now. The U.S. government owns 20 billion. Michael Saylor has 400,000 coins. Okay, other countries are starting to adopt it. Putin said this week that you'll never get rid of Bitcoin. Some people think it's going to replace the gold reserves. We have $700 billion worth of gold and only $20 billion worth of Bitcoin. We're the largest gold reserves and the largest Bitcoin reserves in the world. We could literally wipe out our entire debt problem. If the government took a third of its gold and moved it to Bitcoin, we could solve all the problems that we have in the United States, and we would wreck every other economy, okay? So this is the kind of stuff I help you guys with while we're doing, like everything I'm doing every day, like when you guys are on these calls with us every week, I'm sharing it with you in real time like I'm sharing with you right now. Okay, so I'm gonna back all these numbers up, 250, 700, Johnny, they can see this, right? I'm gonna say the Bitcoin goes back to $100,000 in this year. Let's say it goes back 3 years from now, it goes back to today's prices, okay? And then it goes back to, because it's violent, this thing moves violently. But notice, if you go back to the graph lines, Johnny, notice what we have here. We have this violent thing going on here, but we have this base of real estate holding the bottom line. So we can never get below this line. So for those of you out there that have never invested in Bitcoin, it's because you don't want to lose money. You see that? Yeah, that's perfect, Johnny. Yeah. Okay, Johnny, squeeze me over, make it smaller, because I can only see a part of the screen. Oh, get rid of the chat, Johnny. I can't see all this. Get rid of the chat box, because you're interrupting the scale. For me, I can't see it. Can y'all close the chat?
We're working on it right now.
Okay, see the blue line down there? The blue line is my base to this Bitcoin line, okay? Who's buying the Bitcoin?
It's your support line.
The real estate is. The real estate is buying the Bitcoin. You're not buying the Bitcoin, okay? The real estate is actually buying the Bitcoin. Get rid of the zoom. I don't want to see it, okay? So worst case is, go smaller, you're going too big. Oh my God.
Just give us one moment.
Okay, so this is my real estate line right here, okay? If the Bitcoin goes up to 350,000 and crashes, so what? I still have my real estate. It's not going to a penny. By the time it goes to a penny, somebody's buying this stuff. There's 21 million pieces, and that's it. Okay, now that piece of property behind me, there's only one of those. You understand? We're putting two finite assets together. One Melbourne, SpaceX. I literally have a location in Melbourne, which is outside of Orlando, which is 30 minutes from Elon's rocket ships.
You can see those rockets going
I can see them off the damn balcony. I can barbecue for $1,800 a month. I can live in a place with new pool, new amenities, new gym. It's a brand new facility. I'm buying it under replacement cost, and I'm using the money that I saved below replacement cost to buy some Bitcoin, and then every month out of the cash flow, I buy more Bitcoin, okay? This thing goes violent, up, down, up, down, up, down. But 7 years from now, that Bitcoin, I'm just gonna go in here, watch this. I'm gonna go in here and watch it. I wanna show you guys this. You have to see this. If 10 guys buy Bitcoin, 10 countries buy Bitcoin if 10 people, if 10 billionaires put $1 billion each in Bitcoin, Mike Saylor told me this product will hit $13 million within 5 years, 5 or 6 years, okay? Now, I'm gonna use the $13 million mark. And I'm gonna take these numbers, I'm gonna show you Chat GPT, what it does for me real quick. Copy. I'm doing this in real time so you get to see it while I'm doing it. Where you at? Where you at, little bruh? There you are, bruh. Change numbers for orange line to. Okay, and watch this. Now, the last deal, I just took $87 million. One deal. I only bought Bitcoin, by the way, for 7 years. I bought it one time, and then I bought it 7 more times. Little pieces out of the cash flow. $1 billion score. You know what I make on that? I make $200 million. That's my fee. And then I share $800 million with our investors. Okay? I take an $87 million asset and I 10X and made myself 200. Okay, well, I'm going to do 10 of these. I'm going to do 10 of these. I'm going to get $1 billion and we're going to make $10 billion for our investors. Before I make the $10 billion, though, I'm actually going to create an UPREIT. And I'm going to take all these properties, these 3,000 units, plus the Bitcoin. We're going to put it into a REIT. And we're going to turn a $10 billion real estate portfolio into about $30 billion. And I can do that in the next 12 months, maybe 18 months on the outside. Okay? Now, did it draw me a new graph? Not yet. Let's see if it does. Let's see. Is this the new one? No, here's the new one. Okay, see this graph right here? If I hit the 13 million on this one asset, this same asset right here, if I start with the 87,500,000 plus the $14 million of Bitcoin that the real estate bought, and it hits 13 million, this is an assumption. A lot of people think it goes there. Some people think it goes above that. Some people say, hey, look, if 10 billionaires took $1 billion, Microsoft, here's $1 billion of Bitcoin. Facebook, $1 billion of Bitcoin.
Uber,
Howard
Facebook,
Lutnick that runs Canton Fitzgerald, that is the Commerce Secretary, has 200 million of Bitcoin right now. If he adds 800, if who?
I would just say Uber, Meta.
Uber,
Google,
Meta.
Yeah.
Walmart,
Putin, Amazon.
Putin,
yeah.
Catholic Church. You think the Catholic Church doesn't have $1 billion sitting around? Pray for the Bitcoin. Okay? 10 people did that, we'd hit $13 million. If that happens, this piece of real estate is worth $3.4 billion. Okay? Guess what I get of that? I get a 20% fee for putting this program together, which is $720 million. My investors would make $2.7 billion. But before we sell any of this stuff, what we would do is go to the stock market and say, look at my little freaking treasure trove here. We would turn it into a stock investment, and then this stuff would be worth, every one of these deals would be worth $5 billion. 5 times 10, it's 50 billion. Oh, my friends from the bayou, you misrepresent me. You underestimated me. I buy little real estate, old dinosaur product, add freaking crypto night, super rocket ship, Bitcoin. Put two together, we all get rich. And by the way, we did it without banks. We did it without Wells Fargo, Bank of America, Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, Starwood. We didn't do it. We didn't have to take a knee. We have no debt on any of this, by the way. None, zero. Okay, unbelievable. Okay, so guys, it starts with the real estate though. If you don't have the real estate, if you don't have the stuff we're talking about right now, this is not a Bitcoin conversation. This don't work without the Bitcoin. Okay, well, why don't I just buy the Bitcoin by myself?
Bitcoin don't work without the real estate.
Well, no.
In this example.
No, I'm not going to have the Bitcoin without the real estate. And you guys, if you guys are buying Bitcoin, you're not buying real estate. Real estate should be your foundation. This is real estate powered by Bitcoin. You start with the real estate because you cannot lose your real estate. Bitcoin could go to zero. Okay? I mean, you go through a bunch of scenarios. What if it did? What if it's a scam? What if Satoshi's over there saying, like, I got y'all. I fucked everybody. The whole world got y'all. Okay, could be the biggest scam in the world. Guess what? I still got my real estate. If it's not a scam, and it is actually the next gold, if it's actually our next reserve. If it actually solves the problems that we have with banks printing too much money, with inflation that's out of control, with dollars that are useless, with all the problems that we have. Like, you understand, for me to move money today, if I wanted to wire my sister $50,000 in an emergency, she can't get it today. I cannot move it. I can move her Bitcoin in about 3 minutes. But I need the real estate to produce the cash flow to protect me so I can make the investment so that my investors can get rich. I'm just showing you another possibility and something super exciting that I believe, by the way, is going to happen because of Donald Trump, the Trump boys, and the new administration that's coming in. So again, I'm going back to this, okay? For this to work, you got to be under replacement costs. If you're not under replacement costs, you cannot do this formula. It's a very specific formula to make this work. I'm happy to show it to you. I'll show it to everybody. I've never been a person that keeps anything to myself. I'll share everything that I have with everyone, okay? I want you to pay to come in. If it's free, you pay nothing, you typically don't pay attention to nothing. So people that pay attention. We made this easy for you guys to do. $297. If you can't figure that out, bro, I don't like. It's $297. It's
gonna be impossible.
A car payment's $700. Okay, like I can't pay my rent now, dude. Figure it out. Your rent's not. Where you live will not make you $1 million. Your car will not make you $1 million. The Christmas presents you're gonna buy this year will not make you $1 million. My goal is to make you $1 million on one deal. I got to get you the confidence. I got to get you the network. I got to show you where the deals are. I got to show you how the math works. Once you have the confidence, then you can go find that deal. You can't get to where you're going without having a roadmap. Okay, I guess you could blindly wander into the universe. But they're even questioning whether Stevie Wonder is blind. They're saying he ain't blind. He's been running a scam on people the whole time. Okay? True story. You've heard that?
No.
Oh, yeah, true story. It's all over the internet, man. He's telling Jamie Foxx, Jamie, text me. I thought you were blind, bruh. True story. Go look it up. Stevie Wonder is not blind. Okay? All right. Guys, I don't want you to be blind. Okay? You don't know what you don't know, and you can't find what you can't find because you're not looking for it. Because you're blind. That's a rhyme. Okay? GrantCardone.com/now. GrantCardone.com/now. We have a few spots open. We want to invite you in. We have the dictionary for you. We have the book for you, How to Create Wealth Investing in Real Estate. We have the 16-hour masterclass. You keep this for life, by the way. We have the money back guarantee, man. Goddamn, this is a no-brainer. Okay? We're going to give you increased value calculator. That program right there could be worth all the money times 100x. Okay? The instant underwriter calculator, what offer do you make? What's a legitimate offer? It'll show you how to do it. It'll underwrite a deal in 6 seconds. It's literally 6 seconds, you're underwritten. It gives you exact things that you need, makes it simple and easy for you. We're gonna give you the book. We're gonna give you the manual. We're gonna give you 2 days with me. Do you think spending 2 days with me? Just talking about real estate for 2 days, we just did 3 hours, but now I'm gonna do 2 days. And you don't have to travel. No hotel, no booking, no airfare. Don't leave home. Just turn on your damn phone or your computer and I'll bring the rest to you. I hope you take advantage of this. This is my Christmas gift to you. It literally costs you nothing. You put $297 on your card. I give you a credit for $297 and then I give you a money back guarantee. If you don't like it, no problem. Boom. Let's go start 2025. The goal is $1 million, one deal. Let's get the first deal. And then let's go get 10 deals on top of that and put $10 million on your balance sheet. Thank you guys for being here. God bless. Jared, anything else you want to say?
That's it, man.
Let's go. GrantCardone.com/now. GrantCardone.com/now. GrantCardone.com/now is the time. Talking about the bird and the strap. Say the